Well, welcome into another Friday night of Lamar Raider football here on 97 OKK, and we are up in North Mississippi here tonight in Lowndes County as the Lamar Raiders at 2-1 taking on the Cavaliers of Caledonia High School. A public versus private matchup here tonight on the broadcast, and of course appreciate our friends at Mattress Express by Woodstock Furniture for helping us with our visit with head football coach Jacob Land as our Burns and Burns pregame show continues here on the broadcast. And glad to be back with you here on a Friday night. And Drew, we're upstairs here. Glad our folks at Caledonia providing us a spot here in the press box. Great atmosphere. It's going to be a great night here in North Mississippi.
No question about it. This is a slam-packed home side here at Caledonia. And I tell you what, that this Caledonia football team comes into tonight's contest with an overall record of 0-2, but don't let their record fool you. They've played two powerhouses to open up the 25 campaign. This is a football team similar to last Friday night against Jackson Prep. They're hungry, and they're in a much need of a win, and Lamar's going to have to match their intensity to start this ball game a lot better tonight than we did last Friday, or we might have a similar situation.
Drew, as we go into this football game here tonight, which we'll go over the Lamar starting lineups for you here momentarily as we're just minutes away from kickoff here tonight on the broadcast. But obviously the Raiders coming off that 55-19 setback at the hands of Jackson Prep. And, you know, we talked about it with Jacob Land just a few moments ago on the broadcast. This is the first big dose of adversity that this Raider football team has tasted this year. You're coming off a tough week last week, and now you got to go back on the road against a quality opponent this week after you got just walloped last week. This first maybe 10 minutes, not of game time, but of this first quarter is going to tell me where this football team is at here tonight.
Robbie, sometimes, as they say, it's okay to get humbled. And I think that last week Lamar really, had to eat some humble pie. And I think that, talking to the coaches and some of the players that, during a few minutes ago, last week really woke them up, and they realized, man, that we've got to do a lot better job of paying close attention to details, during the week of practice and not assuming stuff. I think that this football team had a really good week of practice. What happened last week, I mean, that's not Lamar Raider football. And it was just a bad night, a bad game, a bad matchup. And I think that we will see our Lamar Raiders respond like Raiders here tonight, and we will see a different football team than what we saw last Friday night.
Drew, we saw the warm-ups for a good long while during the pregame, and looked like everybody was pretty focused for the most part, I could tell. Sully Reed looks like he was kind of laser-focused in, of course, the starting quarterback for the Lamar Raiders. But you could sense a little bit of a business trip mindset of this football team coming in here to tonight, because remember, after this chapter ends here tonight, then the games get really important because you go into your district schedule starting next Friday night against East Rankin Academy. So you don't want to drop two in a row going into your district play. I know it's homecoming next week. I know who the opponent is. I know what you Raider fans are thinking is East Rankin, but it's not your old East Rankin. They're a much improved football team, so you want to be clicking on all cylinders going into that portion of your schedule next week.
I totally agree. You don't ever take an opponent lightly, especially a game like tonight or next week, because obviously the next 2 weeks are winnable football games. But you just take them. You try to go. Your goal every week is to go 1-0. And like I said, Lamar, coming off of last week, had a great week of practice. And like I said, this is the last non-district game before we start district play next Friday. And I think that the coaches have got the players' attention. Like I said, I think that last week was just an unfortunate formality, where it just was not our night. And so we will see a different Lamar Raider football team. I feel it coming. As I said a minute or two ago, we've got had the best week. We had a really good week of practice, and I'll be interested to see, like you said a minute ago, Rob, how we start this football game here tonight.
Very nice tribute they just did here at the 50-yard line as members of the Caledonia football team, and this is something any fan base can get behind. Live like it's 9-12 is what the signs say down on the field, Drew, and several of the players are carrying the red, white, and blue. Of course, I know it's been a very difficult and dark week for our nation, and of course we just finished celebrating, well, not celebrating, memorizing the 24th anniversary of 9/11 yesterday, and I think that is a wonderful message as they lift the signs up in the air here at the 50-yard line as the Cavaliers are taking the field right now, and that is a beautiful, beautiful tribute to the United States here tonight.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. I mean, that is absolutely fantastic opening of
They're shooting fireworks off here, and like we said, folks, it's been a very difficult and not just last 48 hours for our country, but this past week has been pretty tough. And pray for all those individuals. You know who they are. You know who those families are. And just lift them up in your prayers this week. And maybe this will give us a chance to escape that and enjoy some high school football here tonight.
Ditto, Robbie. I think you couldn't have said it any better, man.
Put the politics aside and let's enjoy football here tonight.
Absolutely.
So, Lamar Raiders are making their way out to the opposite sideline, dressed in their white jerseys here tonight with blue numerals outlined in red, with the gray pants here tonight with the red and blue stripe down each legging, and, of course, that traditional Lamar headgear with the script Lamar across each side of the headgear. Of course, fourth-year head coach Jacob Land leading the troops out there. And also, Drew, before we get started here, I know we still got to get to the lineups, but I want to say congratulations to the cheer and dance squad, state championships.
Absolutely, man. They practiced just as hard during the summer, and they just a phenomenal job last week at their competition.
All right, we're going to step away for a quick 2-minute break. 2 minutes on the broadcast, and we'll return with pregame after this here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Wow, outstanding.
All right, welcome back upstairs here to Caledonia, Mississippi, here near the 50-yard line as we're just moments away from kickoff, Lamar and Caledonia. And, Drew, let's go for the starting lineups very, very quickly. Okay. You start on the offense.
Quarterback for Lamar, Sully Reed. At running back, Corey Towner. At H-back, Walker Mims. At wide receiver, we got Trotter, Whitcomb, and Oates. Offensive line, Pruitt, Calvert, Hines, Lancaster, and Lee.
On the defensive side of the football tonight for Matthew Whiting, I know they're looking for a big bounce back here tonight. At the two corners tonight will be Samuel Roberts and Mikhail Willis. At the outside linebacker spot will be Hamp Parala along with Kari Towner. Middle linebackers, two of the best in the business. That's Luke Morrow and Tyler Brown. At the free safety will be Trotter. Strong safety is Jaquan Slack. In the interior is going to be Luke Brady, Nate Lee, and Caleb Randall. And Drew, the captains are making their way out to the 50-yard line. Looks like the captains tonight for your Lamar Raiders are going to be number 2, Jaquan Slack, number 52, Henry Pruitt, and 23, Kari Towner. And, of course, we wanted to give our listeners and viewers a little heads up. We're right below a speaker up here, so we're going to have a lot of outside noise here tonight. So just wanted to kind of give you that little heads up before we went into the broadcast tonight. So, well, Drew, we're about to tee it up. What's keys to a win tonight?
Well, I think keys for Lamar here offensively, I think that we've got to win time of possession here tonight. We've got to get some first downs and give this defense some rest. Why? Because this offense from Caledonia, folks, it's their offense. They're going to have that kind of that Army-based offense, that triple option where you see Army and Navy run a lot, and they're going to ground and pound and play the line of scrimmage game. And it's going to be a different offense that we don't see a lot. But the key to stopping this offense from Caledonia is that this triple option is a humongous situation that Lamar had. That we've got to stop the dive here tonight, guys, because if we don't, that's going to open up the option or the play action pass down the field.
Well, Drew, Caledonia has won the coin flip, and they want the football here to start things off. They'll be receiving from right to left on the broadcast here tonight. And once again, we're up here in the home press box here tonight with the home fans. And like I said, this is a wonderful high school football atmosphere. Big crowd here tonight for this home football game. We got a big band here tonight for Caledonia, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a wonderful atmosphere for high school football. But, Drew, you talked about the defense out of the chute. Well, they're going to be on the field to start it out here.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be, going back to the, last week, defensively, we gave up too many explosive plays, and we got behind early, and the game got away from us. That cannot happen here tonight.
Looks like Luke Morrow is going to be kicking this football away at the 40-yard line. Got a couple of returners back at around the 11, 12-yard line here for Caledonia. Raiders trying to bounce back from a 55-19 loss at Prep last week, while Caledonia trying to win their first football game of the year at 0-2. So two teams hungry for a win here tonight. Well, folks, sit back and relax. We are just on top of the 7 o'clock hour as we're about to bring you another edition of Lamar Raider football here on the broadcast as Morrow kicks it up into the air, and we are underway from Caledonia, and the Cavaliers will field it around the 20-yard line. They're going to bring it across the 30 up to around the 35. Morrow with a punishing tackle there at about the 35-yard line. That was Owen Bird on the return there, the senior, and he will be stopped at the 35. So, Drew, here comes that Cavalier offense 1st and 10 around the Caledonia 35.
Folks, Caledonia offensively, their offense, they run a triple option type offense, and again, if we cannot stop the dive play here tonight, that is going to be we're going to have a long night. We got to keep an eye on the full the dive here, because if we don't and they start optioning it out, watch out.
Tyler Long, the sophomore, will be under center at 6'2", and a man in motion. They're going to dive it up the middle here, and it's going to be a big gaping play right out of the gate for the Cavaliers all the way down to the 30-yard line. That was Cole Gardner. And, Drew, the fullback, got the dive. We didn't read it well, and that's a first down to the Lamar 30-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, just first play, unbelievable.
So 1st and 10 for Caledonia, already in Lamar territory. The ball is down to the Lamar 30-yard line.
They just paved a huge hole off the right side.
Long is going to hand it off, another dive play, and same exact play, but this time to the left side. It's going to be Gardner on the carry, and he's going to get it down to near the 20-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 9 yards, 2nd and 1, and Drew, big chunks.
Absolutely. I mean, that time it was just a simple dive now this time on the left side, and 2 plays by Caledonia, and they got the ball all the way to about the Lamar 20-yard line, not even just 1 minute into the ball game.
All right, Gardner's going to go back under center. Folks, every player near the line of scrimmage here, man in motion to the far side. Another dive with Gardner now. He'll get the first down and some more inside the 16 down to near the 15-yard line. Move the chains again behind that big offensive line. They are a big offensive line.
Oh, no question. I mean, they are just absolutely owning the line of scrimmage early here at kickoff of this football game.
Looks like the nose of the football is going to be right near the 14-yard line. Once again, big sophomore quarterback, big tall young man in Gardner. Actually long, excuse me, at 6'2", the 10th grader, and they're going to dive in. This time Lamar's going to read that beautifully. Nice open field tackle there up the middle by Luke Brady, and Morrow and company read that assignment beautifully. So Drew read the dive a lot better that time, a loss of 1.
Absolutely. Nice penetration in the Caledonia backfield right there, and Morrow basically said enough is enough, and a nice play right there. A loss of about 2, maybe 3 yards on the play. We're at the 10-minute mark of the first quarter.
Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 11 after that loss play back at the 15-yard line. And that was a motion penalty. Number 4 there, that was Cohen Clark, who moved down here on the near side of the line of scrimmage. One of those skill guys moved a tick early, so that should be a 5-yard penalty on the Cavaliers.
Yep, absolutely. With that 5-yard penalty, it'll set up a 2nd down and 16 coming up for Caledonia with 9:54 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yep, no score. This is the opening drive. Caledonia just on a handful of rushing plays, especially the big gaping one by Cole Gardner, and it'll be 2nd and 16 from back near the Lamar 20-yard line.
Watch the play-action pass right here.
Man in the backfield is going to be Gardner. There's several other skill guys in motion here. They are going to look to throw the football down the field. It is down the field and overshooting the target. They had a man wide open in Xander Tate down the field, but Drew, they overshot him, and now it's going to be 3rd down and behind schedule.
Yeah, that was like I said, the young man from Caledonia he was open about the left hash, went right up the left hash, and thankfully the quarterback overthrew the receiver, and incomplete pass, 3rd down and 16.
3rd and 16 from this, near hash mark at the 20-yard line in Raderville. It's going to be long, taking a long time here to get the play. He's got 10 seconds on the play clock, so he's still got a little bit of time to get under center right here. Once again, Gardner is the tailback officially. Man in motion here, dive play. No, they're going to run it with the quarterback, and Morrow stays home. Beautiful play by Luke Morrow to stay home, along with Luke Brady. I tell you what, Morrow and Brady played very well on a handful of those dive plays, especially reading the quarterback there, Drew.
Absolutely. Morrow read the quarterback beautifully right there, and really got busted it in the backfield, and no gain on the play. Will set up a 4th down and 16 coming up, and it appears that Caledonia is going to line up a attempted field goal here.
About 36 yards is what it looks like from this point. Kicker is Cohen Clark. Snapback is clean. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. Wow, that had some distance on it right there. So a 36-yard field goal for Caledonia is good, but we've got some laundry on the field here, so hang on just a moment. If this is on Lamar, they'll probably decline it and take the points, I would think, but we'll wait and see right here.
Was it running into the kicker? I didn't.
All right, we're still waiting on the indication. Their kicking team has come off the field. I think it's going to be maybe assessed on the kickoff. Yeah, running into the kicker. They're going to decline it and take the points. Yep. So with 8:52 to go here in the first quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it reads Caledonia 3, Lamar nothing. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Back with Lamar's possession after this here on 97 OKK. With 8:52 to go here in the opening quarter, Caledonia strikes on a 36-yard field goal, 3-0. But, Drew, I tell you what, nice stop there by the Raiders to only surrender the field goal.
Absolutely, no questions asked. After an ominous start, after 2 plays, Lamar defense bends but did not break there on Caledonia's first offensive possession of the night. They had a first and goal, first and 10 inside the Lamar red zone, but Lamar holds them to a field goal.
Jaquan Slack on the return right here for the Raiders. He's in the open field, but he is going to be wrestled down just shy of the 35-yard line. So Jaquan Slack with a pretty decent return right there as he got collared up by a handful of Raiders there. So here comes Sullivan Reed and the Lamar offense. And, Drew, I know they want to get off to a solid start here tonight.
Absolutely. This is, like I said, I mean, by the time we got the offense kind of going last week, it was too little too late. Tonight, we've got to get I would love for our Lamar Raiders to drive this ball right down the field and get some points.
Whitcomb, Oates, and Trotter lined up at the trips down here to the near side. You got Corey Towner in the backfield, and Mims is your H-back. Reed, play action fake. He's looking for a screen with Whitcomb. Whitcomb reads the screen well across the 40, and he's going to get it up to near the first down marker at the 45-yard line. I think he's going to be about a hair shy. It'll be a gain of just over 9 yards. Nice play call to open up the ball game.
Absolutely, a nice, easy play to start the ball game. A little wide receiver slip screen here to the near side to Whitcomb, and a nice 9-yard play. Sets up a 2nd down and 1 coming up. Ball spotted at about the Lamar 44-yard line.
Trotter in 101 out there to the far side. You got Towner in the backfield, Whitcomb and Mims down here to the near side, and now we're going to have some laundry maybe. I think I saw a penalty marker.
Yeah, middle of the field.
Was it a delay or was it motion? The delay is not a delay because there's 12 seconds on the play clock. If this is on Lamar, it's not a way to start here tonight. Offside on Caledonia, so that'll give Lamar a first down. So first down, Lamar, first down, Raiders, Drew, brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Move the sticks, Lamar. I tell you guys, I really believe that Lamar offensively, we've got to move the sticks here tonight and give our defense some rest.
Right at the 50-yard line in the middle of the field, here is the handoff to Towner. Towner's got some running room inside the 45 down to the Cavalier 43-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 7. Nice run by Corey to start out his night.
Well, that really does not shock me. Corey Towner has ran the ball so hard this year, and this is a young man that we're going to have to really count on each and every Friday night.
7.5 minutes to go. Opening quarter, Caledonia 3, Lamar nothing, but the Raiders are on the move at the Cavalier 43-yard line. Near hash mark for Reed in the offense. Here's the handoff to Towner. Towner's going to bust one inside the 35. He's all the way down to the Cavalier 31-yard line. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders. Powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Well, the left side of the Lamar's offensive line doing work right there, and Towner just was able to get into the secondary. Nice run right there and move the sticks for Lamar. First and 10, ball spotted around the Caledonia 32-yard line.
Reed takes the snap. Here's the handoff to Towner along the left side this time, and he'll get eat up this time, though, near the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there in the open field there. Looks like that was Counts 23 who made the tackle.
Yeah, that play offensively looked a little slow to start off, and like I said, Caledonia was able to get some pressure in the Lamar backfield right there. No gain on the play. 2nd down, 10.
Towner remains in the game at tailback. You got Whitcomb down here to the near side, Trotter to the far side on 2nd down and 10 from that marker that Drew mentioned. Trotter in motion. Here's a little speed sweep. Trotter trying to find some room. He's inside the 30. He's going to get pancaked down at about the 28, and that's going to make it a 3rd down and much more manageable right here. 3rd down and somewhat on schedule at around 6 to go.
Robbie, right there, I thought Trotter did an excellent job there of getting the ball north-south. He could not get it to the outside.
3rd and 6 from the Caledonia 28-yard line here on the near hash mark as Lamar's moving it left to right, trailing Caledonia 3-0 as we're officially under 6 minutes to play here in quarter number 1 from North Mississippi. Trips to the far side, nobody to the near side. You got Kari in the backfield, and, of course, Mims at your H-back position. Reed takes the snap, looks, fires. He's got Trotter. Trotter trying to fight through the traffic at the 25, and Trotter is going to be wrestled down very close, and I mean very close to the first down marker. We'll wait and see on the spot right here.
We got an official timeout on the field right here with 5:37 left to go here in the first quarter. Caledonia leads it 3-0, and I like I said, Robbie, I'm like you. This is going to be a we're really close to a first down right here. I think they've spotted it about a half a yard short.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would think we're going to go for this.
And this is the heat break timeout, which will keep things right here, by the way.
Yeah, but Lamar's got a really nice opening drive themselves going right here. I would be shocked if we try a field goal right here.
Yeah, I would go ahead and go for it right now, because I tell you what, we've had a lot of success running the football early, especially on this right side with Towner on the right side. But we'll wait and see what Jacob calls right here on fourth down. I think it's less than a yard right here.
Well, right here in half a yard, I would.
The muscle package is
yes,
checking in.
I was going to say I would. Bring in that package for sure, as
Brown,
Tyler Brown should be getting the ball here.
Brown is going to be the tailback. Morrow, it's going to be the old Raider tush push, but we've got a penalty marker down. We've got a penalty marker down at the end of the play here after the push. And did the Raiders move? They're going to say that Lamar, they're going to say that was, I guess, aiding the quarterback to the line. Now, you can do that in academy football. Now, remember, we've got a public school officiating crew here. Now, remember, rules are different in either association, but I guess you cannot do that, Drew, and that's going to be aiding the quarterback, and that's going to make it fourth down in less than a yard. We've done that several times this year, and that's a big, big penalty as you had the first down, and now it's going to be fourth down and 6.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a new one on me. I honestly didn't know the rule, but apparently you cannot do that in public school ball, so that's a huge penalty. Now it becomes fourth down and 6.
All right, the Raiders are going to spread it out this time. You've got Mims, Oates, and Whitcomb to the near side, and you've got Trotter to the far side. Sully is going to toss the ball and overshot everybody. So the Raiders are going to turn it over on downs, and that is a tough pill to swallow for Jacob Land and the Raiders, as the Lamar Raiders will have to turn it over with 5:10 to go here in the opening quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, 3-0. That's a tough break for Lamar.
Yeah, absolutely, as we clearly had a first down, but apparently in public school ball you cannot aid a runner, and we got penalized 5 yards, made it a fourth and one.
And that's what kills me. It's like, have universal rules for every part of football. I'm talking NFL all the way down through high school, because they change the rules up when you get to college, when you get to D2. It's very confusing. So, but hey, you live and learn. So, first and 10, Drew, looks like they're going to start the 27 here. Everybody's at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to pitch it down here to the near side with a man in motion, and that's going to be a nice gainer across the 35 to around the 38-yard line. That was a nice pitch play down here to the near side there to Bird, and that's going to be another big gainer.
Yeah, that's part of this triple option offense, and they're going to give it to the on the dive, or they're going to pitch it out, or they're going to go play action. They're going to run this all night long.
And that is a first down at the Cavalier 38-yard line. Once again, the quarterback is Long. He is the signal caller. You've had a host of different backs in the backfield so far here tonight. They'll interchange a lot of different weapons there in this type of offense. Man in motion to the far side. They're going to dive it up the middle here. Boy, that was like a car crash at the 40-yard line. Several Raiders got there. And, Drew, there was a lot of skulls crashing right there on that 2-yard gain.
Yeah, ain't no question about it. We did a nice job on the dive right there, limited to a short gain on first down. Sets up a second down and about 8 or 9 coming up for Caledonia.
Clock is under 4:15 to go in the opening quarter. Lamar trailing at 3-0. Caledonia hit a 36-yard field goal in their opening possession. Lamar turned it over on downs on 4th and 6 inside the 30 just moments ago.
Well, like I said, I thought defensively for Lamar, it just did a bent but did not break on that first drive defensively.
Here's the pitch play out to the far side, and look at Tyler Brown chasing him down along with Luke Brady. I tell you what, good assignment football there by Tyler Brown and Luke Brady. I tell you what, Brown led the charge. Brady got the assist, but, man, Tyler Brown, good high IQ on that play.
Just read and react. That's what Tyler Brown did right there. Excellent job of reading the play and then reacting by making the play in the Caledonia backfield. Excellent job.
3rd and 12, line of scrimmage is going to be at around, looks like they got the ball spotted just beyond the Cavalier 35-yard line. Big third down play coming up for this Lamar defense, as Caledonia is taking their time to get a fresh play here from their big QB.
Our defensive backs need to play a little bit more back right now. Watch a play-action pass right here.
All right, Long barks out the new signal to that big offensive line. Man in motion, and they're going to dive it up the middle. Actually, it's going to be a pitch. You even fooled me right there. Lamar will play good assignment football there and make the tackle just beyond the 40-yard line. Nice tackle there by Jaquan Slack as Bird got the pitch play. He'll gain some yardage, Drew, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7 to go here.
I thought, like you, I thought that they had given it up right there, and the quarterback, Garner, kept it right there, and but good job by Slack for Lamar, limited the gain right there on the quarterback.
Clark will be in to punt the football. Got a couple of Raiders back deep to return. Say it with me, friends. They appear to be punting. It is a high snap. Ball just got away, and the kicker slipped on the punt, but it still gets a Cavalier roll down inside the 35 to around the 32. I tell you what, Raiders nearly got to that football right there.
I was about to say, McKeel Willis almost got to that football.
So Raiders will take over after the punt there by Clark with 2:05 to go in the opening quarter. Drew, 3-0 in favor of Caledonia. Sully's going to bring the offense back. I thought we moved the ball well. We just got stuck in the mud down here in the 30.
Absolutely. Like I said, we had a nice opening drive. We just got down here on that 4th and a half yard penalty right there on Lamar really killed us on that opening drive. Folks, don't be surprised at some point in the next play or two, Lamar takes a chunk shot down the field.
Whitcomb in motion. Ashton Jones is in the ball game now. Here's a throw to Whitcomb on that little screen play again, and Whitcomb, another nice screen play out there to the far side. Good blocking out front for a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some nice nice blocks up the field right there, and a nice easy throw and catch on 1st down for Lamar. Sets up a 2nd down and about 2.
Ball just beyond the Lamar 40-yard line. Raiders moving left to right. We're just about a minute and a half to go here in the opening quarter. Caledonia 3, Lamar nothing. Play action fake. Sully steps up, throws it down the field. He's got Trotter, and Trotter is broken up. Just got to give credit where credit's due right there. That was a great job by Bird on one-on-one coverage, 50-50 ball. Yeah. He won it. Tip your cap.
Absolutely. But let me tell you something. I saw the block, Ashton Jones. That is a great block by a running back right there in the backfield. That allowed our quarterback, Sully Reed, to throw the ball.
And, Drew, I don't mind that play call on 2nd and short. Take a shot.
Absolutely.
Take a shot. Muscle package back in there. Morrow blocking here. And they're going to hand it off to Tyler Brown. And Tyler Brown, the big bulldozer's loose. He's at the 45 down to the 40, and he's going to be wrestled down inside the 40. And we've got a couple of players tangled up back here at the 35. And no penalty markers down, but the flags, is there any flags?
No,
don't see them. That'll be a 1st down for the Raiders, brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. But what about Tyler Brown, the big bulldozer there?
We saw this last Friday night. When Coach Jacob Land put him back in the backfield offensively, when he got the football, he ran the ball really hard. And it's just a matter of a pitch count. How many times are you going to put him at running back?
Raiders are going to keep the muscle package in. Morrow at fullback, Brown at running back, and this time Caledonia, they initially had Tyler for a loss, but somehow he's going to gain the toughest yard of the season, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how he picked up a yard right there because they had him about 2 or 3 yards in the backfield, but Tyler right there just refused to be denied right there as we're now under a minute exactly, about 47 seconds left to go here in the 1st quarter. Caledonia leads our Raiders 3-0.
Going to leave the muscle package in there. Morrow at fullback and Brown at tailback. And it's going to be Tyler Brown downhill again, and he's only going to get it to about the 35, gain of 2. And and now we're going to have a penalty flag in.
Yep.
We got a penalty flag in, and now who's it going to be on?
It's on them. It's on them. They pushed it square. After the play was over, they pushed Luke Morrow straight to the ground after the whistle.
Well, if there's one Raider you don't want to intimidate, that's him. That's going to be a personal foul on Caledonia. First down, Lamar, brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy with 29 seconds to go, Drew, here in the first quarter. Lamar trailing 3-0, and that's going to set up the Raiders just right at the red zone marker at the 20-yard line.
Well, Caledonia gift wraps a first down for Lamar right there as they kind of lost poise and composure right there and moved the sticks. Lamar. Ball spot at the Caledonia near the 20-yard line.
All right, from the 20-yard line, Jones will be the tailback here. Here's the handoff. Actually, it's going to be a zone replay. Sully is running downhill at about the 11-yard line. He might have got near the 11. Yeah, right at the 11, 9-yard gain for Sully. That was a beautiful zone replay.
A perfect read right there by Sully as he faked the handoff and kept it and ran it up, got into the secondary. And, folks, that's going to do it for the first quarter of play here in Caledonia. Folks, we're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lamar Raider football right here on 97 OKK.
All right, we're set to start the second quarter here at Caledonia. Lamar will have it in the red zone at about the 11-yard line. Drew, second down and 1, trailing 3-0.
Guys, real quick note on this. Once again, Lamar offense moving the sticks, picking up first downs. It's giving our defense rest for the second half. Keep that in mind.
Pistol formation. Here's the handoff. Actually, play action fake. Raiders are throwing toward the end zone, and it is incomplete. Like I said, kind of tough to see down in that corner. They tried to go to Whitcomb down there, I believe. Incomplete, third down and about a yard here. I like it. Take a shot there.
Absolutely. We had a guy in the vicinity. It was just, I think the throw was just outside our reach right there.
Jones will stay in at tailback on third down and 1 at the Cavalier 11-yard line.
They jumped in the neutral zone, missed it.
Third down and 1 as football is going on the field here. Here is the handoff to Jones here, and Jones will get the first down inside the 10 at around the 8, maybe the 9-yard line. First down brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Boy, I tell you what, Ashton Jones here in so far tonight is really the couple times that he's ran the ball really hard, really effective. He's played a really good half of football so far.
All right, it'll be first down and goal here at about the 8-yard line. Sully in the shotgun with Ashton off there to his right hip. And here is the handoff to Jones, and he's going to be gobbled up. I think he might have lost yardage, Drew, back at the 9-yard line. It'll be second and goal back near the 9.
Yeah, they should have at least given him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. I mean, Ashton Jones right there, it's really not much he could have done. He tried to cut it back to the right side, but the Caledonia defensive line really had some penetration in our backfield right there.
Second down and goal from the 9-yard line as we're about a minute deep here into this second quarter. Lamar trailing at 3-0, but the Raiders are desperately seeking points right here. Sully in the shotgun, 2 receivers to each side. And here's the play action fake. Sully steps up, throws it into the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. He had Whitcomb right there at the back of the pylon in that back corner, and Whitcomb couldn't quite catch up to it, and that's going to bring up, Drew, a big third and goal at the 9.
Yeah, on the second down play right there, it looked like we tried to get that like that fade route in the back right corner of the end zone. It was just overthrown.
All right, 3rd and 9 here. No running backs in the backfield. 5 wide receivers for the Raiders at 3rd down and goal at the 9-yard line.
This smells like a quarterback run right here.
Reed takes the snap, steps up, looks, and he fires across the middle. Whitcomb's inside the 5, still on his feet, and he's all the way down to near the 1, and I think he's going to be just short at about the half-yard line inside the 1. That'll bring up 4th down, and Drew, you know what's coming.
Oh, I had no question. Tyler Brown, what can Brown do for you? Well, right now, at 4th down and about a half a yard right here, there's no question who's getting the ball here.
The muscle package will check in with Luke Morrow at fullback and Tyler Brown at tailback. Everybody bunched up on the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be a quarterback rush with Sully Reed, and he's in! Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! 1-yard score by Sully Reed on 4th and goal at the half-yard line, and Lamar here on the road leads it 6-3 with 10:01 to go here before halftime.
Well, I mean, it looked like initially they had him, but second effort by Sully Reed, he was able to do enough to get the ball across the goal line, and big offensive drive right there by the Lamar Raiders right there, and we lead 6-3.
PAT is coming up. Snapback is clean. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So with 10:01 to go here in the second quarter on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it's Lamar 7 and Caledonia 3. Back in 30 seconds here on your home for Raider football, 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
Do that at halftime. With 10:01 to go here in the second quarter on the road here in North Mississippi, Lamar just punched one in from less than a yard out on the quarterback sneak by Reed. Cross with the PAT, Drew. 7-3 Raiders, 10:01 to go before the break.
Boy, that was a big-time drive right there by the Lamar offense right there. Had a nice mixture of run with the pass. Remember the big 15-yard penalty on Caledonia was huge right there as well.
Ball is going to be kicked down the field. It's going to be returnable here by Gardner, and he is going to be wrestled down. Look at that wall of kick return coverage men right there. And Gardner's going to only get it up to about the 26. I might give him the 27, but here comes the Lamar defense here, Drew. 9:53 to go here in the second, 7-3 Raiders.
And that's the thing with that nice offensive drive right there. That gave our defense time to rest. Now you will see a rejuvenized defense right here. Let's see if we can get a 3 and out and get our offense back on the field.
Because remember, folks, in case you missed the top of the broadcast, Caledonia won the toss and took the football. So keep that in mind as we get a little later into this second quarter here from Caledonia. Once again, I really got to commend the folks here at Caledonia, friendly staff as we walk through the gates here tonight. Everybody's super friendly. Beautiful campus up here in Caledonia. It's a gorgeous campus up here with the Lowndes County School District. Here's the pitch play down here to the near side, and Lamar initially read it okay, but it's a big run across the 50, and Slack is going to catch up to him down inside the Lamar 40-yard line. Drew, we read it well to begin with, but just a big cut was the big play.
Well, he did a nice cut right there, but we had a couple guys that took poor angles right there, and with this type of offense, you can't take poor angles.
So already it's going to be first down as they are marking the football. Looks like it around the 37-yard line. As Long will be the quarterback once again. Like I said, Gardner's been kind of the main guy that they go with, Drew, and he is listed, that being Cole Gardner, 5'10", 200, kind of a bowling ball type running back, but he's got some pretty darn good speed on him too. So,
no question.
Man in motion, they're going to give it to Gardner on the dive, and boy, the Raiders met him in the hole right there. Look at that wall of white jerseys that met him, and guess who led the charge? Tyler Brown.
But that's what I like. We gave up a big play. We gave up an explosive play, But we can't. It's almost like right there. We forgot about that last play and made a nice defensive play right there of no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Clock is under 9 minutes, actually 8:50 and counting here in the second quarter from Caledonia. Lamar 7, Caledonia 3, but the Cavaliers 2nd and 10 from the Raider 37-yard line. Once again, Long, like I said, they're in no big hurry here as they get the play from the sideline here. Quarterback will go under center. There's not a wide receiver, but just one on each side right at the line of scrimmage. And they're going to pass it down here. It was actually a backwards pass. And they threw it down here to the near side on a backwards pass to Rector. And he only got maybe about 2 or 3 yards on that play. I tell you what, you really got to keep a focus on the football.
You really do. Because, like I said, it looked like that was like looked like the quarterback kept it right there. But, man, the young man that ran it right there for Caledonia, he got licked, and he got licked hard.
3rd down and 7 from just inside the Lamar 35-yard line. Clock is running, 7:55 and ticking here in the second quarter. Lamar 7, Caledonia 3. Here's the dive play. So that's a pitch play out to the far side, and Lamar read it fairly well. Morrow's going to lead the charge, and that will be short of a 1st down on that pitch play, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 coming up here.
Well, right there on the option, I thought they had something on the far side of the field, but nice pursuit by our linebackers right there and limited the play for Caledonia. Sets up a 4th down and about a full yard coming up.
All right, 4th down and a full yard. Ball is marked at about the Raider 28-yard line. Long is going to go under center, man in motion, and now they're going to check off to a new play here. Your skill guys out there is Bird. He always seems to go in motion along with Clark. They're lined up to each side of the quarterback as he goes under center, and Gardner's, I guess, officially your tailback. One of them's going to come in motion. Here's the pitch play, and they are going to get the 1st down and then some inside the 25 to the 24. They ran it down here to the near side during a pitch play, and they got just what they needed.
Yeah, they did. But I thought we did a really good job of defending the pitch right there. It just sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the execution right there by Caledonia and move the sticks for Caledonia. Ball spotted at the Lamar 24-yard line.
Clock is running at 6:35 here in the second quarter. Lamar 7, Caledonia 3. From the near hash mark as the Cavs move it left to right here on the broadcast here in North Mississippi. Long is going to go under center with all those same skill guys behind him. Man in motion to the far side of the line on the dive. Actually, they pitched it out there. The ball is free, but now was it a forward pass?
Yes.
It was a forward pass on the pitch play. I know the Lamar staff doesn't like it, but, Drew, it was clearly going ahead. It was a forward pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's unfortunate right there because Lamar defense had something because it was a poorly pitched right there, but the officials immediately said it was pitched forward, and which made an incomplete pass ruling.
Yeah, Drew, looking at the offense.
Timeout on the field. Heat timeout.
All right, with 6:07 to go here in the second quarter, Caledonia strikes on a 24-yard toss, a pass there from Long there to Robertson, and the PAT was no good. It was a little bit of hesitation by the kicker, Drew, on the PAT, and must have been a bad hold of some sort. But anyway, that's a big miss. Caledonia 9, Lamar 7. Raiders about to get the ball back here.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, a game in which you would think it's going to go all the way to the fourth quarter with the game up for grabs. Caledonia responds to Lamar's touchdown and retakes the lead at 9-7. The missed PAT right there could very well be crucial as we move late in the second half. But Robbie, we've got to respond to Caledonia's touchdown.
Absolutely. Got Slack and Roberts and Towner back deep here at around the 15 and 10-yard line, anticipating the kick coming up here from Cohen Clark, number 4 here for the Cavs here. Once again, great atmosphere here tonight in Lowndes County. It's going to be a ground ball kick to the far side of the field. It's recovered by Slack. He's up to the 20, and he's going to cut it back that other direction, but he is going to get swallowed up at around the 22-yard line. I kind of saw what you were talking about, Drew, on that cut. It was open. He just didn't make it.
Yep. Hey, like I said, he tried, and we had an opening, I think, on the kickoff on that right side, and he missed it by about a second and a half.
All right, Raiders will get back to work on offense, moving right to left here on your broadcast. Line of scrimmage, ball will be dropped at the Lamar 23-yard line on the far hash as the Raiders set up shop at that point, 1st and 10, Drew. 5:56 to go before halftime.
Well, the screen game for Lamar tonight is working. And like I said, when we have the screen game going, good things usually happen.
Play action fake, throws it a little toss down to Mims. He dropped it. Yeah, Walker was right there, and I think, Drew, he kind of took his eyes off the football there for just a split second, dropped the football 2nd and 10.
But it was an easy throw, but it was an easy throw from up here. It appeared right there. Sully just kind of threw that ball high.
All right, after the incompletion, far hash mark on 2nd and 10. Skill guys down here to the near side is going to be Mims, Oates, and Trotter, and Whitcomb is out there to the far side. So 4 wideouts here for Sully. Tosses it down here in a screen to Oates. Oates cutting it up the field, and he's going to be swallowed up right at the 25-yard line. Maybe a gain of a couple of yards at most, and now 3rd down and a pretty tough 8 coming up right here.
Well, right there on the screen, the wide receiver screen here to the near side, Oates, he got the ball. He made the right cut, but he kind of slowed down. If he would have just kept going right there, the blocks were there to be made.
All right, 3rd and 7. They actually gave him the 26-yard line on that pickup, so 3rd and 7, and Caledonia nearly jumped to the neutral zone here on this near side, but no penalty markers down. Raiders with plenty of time on the play clock here at 12 seconds. Mims will move out to the far side now, so trips to the far side, Trotter down here to the near side on 3rd and 7 with Towner in the backfield. Sully is going to release the football. It's caught across the 33 up to near the 35. That's more than enough for a Lamar Raider first down, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy as Whitcomb made the catch.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was a nice little route right there as Whitcomb. It was kind of one of those delayed slants right across the middle, and Sully threw a nice throw.
Once again, same formation, 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Here's the handoff to Big Kari Towner as Thunder goes across the 40, and he's going to get it across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Gain of 12, first down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Every time Towner runs the ball, we're getting positive yardage every time. That's about the 2nd or 3rd time in the first half that he's gotten it into the Caledonia secondary.
From the near hash of the 47, and there is a quick throw to the middle of the field. It's dropped again by Mims. That's the 2nd drop for Walker on this drive. And, Drew, that was a dangerous drop because he juggled the football, and luckily for Lamar, it does fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Well, I tell you what, number 44 for Caledonia, Huntley Hallman right there really got pressure on Sully right there. That could have been a disaster.
4:25 to go before halftime, 2nd and 10 for Lamar at the 47-yard line in Raiderville here on the near hash mark. It's going to be a zone replay. Sully's got some green. He's across the 50, lowers his shoulder. Hang on to that football, Reed, as he's going to get down to the Caledonia 47.5, and that's going to bring up third down coming up here for Lamar, and much more manageable, Drew, about a third down and about, I'd say, 4.5 to 5 yards.
And again, I like that phrase you said, manageable. That was a big run right there on second down for Lamar. It's got a third down and about 5 coming up for the Raiders. You would think with the ball now being in Caledonia side of the field, Lamar offensively, you got 2 plays to pick up 4.5 to 5 yards.
I'm going to call it third down and long 4 right here. Line of scrimmage is at the Caledonia 47-yard line on that far hash mark. Reed is going to hand off to Kari Towner. Towner cuts it down the field, and he has got the first down. Hang on to that football, Kari, as he's going to get it down to near the Caledonia 39-yard line. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
And once again, Towner running the ball extremely hard. And, guys, the first contact so far tonight is not bringing him down. It's the second and the third guy that's coming over.
First and 10 coming up for Lamar. Ball is just touching the Cavalier 40-yard line. Whitcomb and Trotter, the 2 seniors down here to the near side. Towner is back in at running back on first and 10 from the Cav 40-yard line. That was a dangerous handoff to Towner. It was almost a fumble, and luckily Kari was able to hang on to. It was a bad exchange between Sully and Kari, a gain of a dangerous 1 yard.
My gosh, my heart jumped right there because I saw what you saw. And Lamar got lucky right there because that could have very easily have been a turnover.
2:45 to go before halftime. Lamar trailing at 9-7 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard on 2nd and 9 from the Cavalier 39-yard line. And the Cavaliers, I think they jumped into the neutral zone.
They did. That was a clear neutral zone violation on Caledonia.
So Wyatt Bond, this one's for you. Another tip of the cap to old Wyatt. And that's going to be a jump into the neutral zone, so that'll bring up a second down and 4 after that violation. It seems like Wyatt Bond always finds himself into our broadcast for some reason now since he's gone.
Guys, do not be surprised right here if we take a shot down the field.
Second down and 4 from the 34. They are going to take a shot, Drew, down the field. They're looking for Trotter down here in the corner, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders, but we've got a penalty flag back here at the 40. Hang on just a minute.
You've got to be, unless it was roughing the passer maybe.
34-yard score for the time being, but let's check on the laundry first. I think you may be right on this, Drew, but let's wait. They're talking to Jacob Land, so if that's the case, this has got to be a penalty marker on the Cavaliers, but let's wait. Personal foul, roughing the passer on the Cavaliers. 34-yard score. Trotter takes more lunch money, and the Raiders are up 13-9.
Well, that's a great play call by Jacob Land right there. They had one-on-one coverage with Trotter here on the near side. But, guys, I want to go back to the throw. That throw was by far, hands down, the best throw of the year so far for Sully Reed. He put the perfect pace on that ball, just the right amount of air, and it was just an easy throw, an easy catch, touchdown.
PAT is up, and the PAT is good. So with 2:26 to go here in the second quarter, your new score on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard reads Lamar 14 and Caledonia 9. Back in 30 seconds with more Raider football after this on 97 OKK. With 2:26 to go before halftime, Lamar strikes on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Sullivan Reed to Jalen Trotter. Crosses PAT is up, Drew, 14-9. But you were talking about the throw during the break as well. Reed put that one on the money.
Sully just sent. That ball would have dropped just perfect inside of a bucket. Absolute, a perfect throw right there to Jalen Trotter.
Now, the 15-yard roughing the passer is going to be assessed on the kickoff, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the penalty yardage was assessed there, so that'll be a touchback. So that'll bring the Cavalier offense back at the 20-yard line. Now, Drew, this is a big possession.
Oh, no.
Now remember this, folks. Everybody's got their timeouts. The Raiders get the football to open up the third quarter. If you can somehow, some way play good assignment football right here and use the clock to your advantage with timeouts, try to go down the field, score again, steal some points?
Yeah, at least get yourself in a position to maybe possibly kick a field goal, real late here in the second quarter, go in at halftime, maybe up 17-9. But, hey, we got to either get a turnover here or a quick 3 and out.
Like I said, easier said than done up
Yes.
here against this dive. And they're going to pitch it down here to the near side. That was nearly a hold on Tyler Brown, and now they're off to the races again. That's a big play all the way down to the Lamar 38, 39-yard line. I tell you what, we're reading it well. We're just not making the play right now.
No, I mean, it's just right now, again, we're just taking some poor angles, guys, and we cannot do that.
Like I said, you had folks there, but like I said, like Drew said, the angles are kind of the bugaboo for the Raider defense right now. So first down already at the Lamar 39-yard line. The explosive play is killing Lamar right now defensively. Here's the pitch play out to the edge, and they've got some running room out there, but nice open field tackle right there. I believe it might have been Samuel Roberts or Slack. It was actually Jaquan Slack. That was a beautiful tackle. Yeah. Gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 at the 35.
Yeah, Robbie, I tell you, if Slack doesn't make that tackle in the open field, that could very well have been a touchdown for Caledonia.
1:35 and counting. The clock is rolling here in the second quarter. Lamar 14, Caledonia 9. 2nd and 6 from the Lamar 35, and they're going to run it on a pitch play again. The pitch has been pretty good to them tonight, and it's going to be good to them again down to the Lamar 26-yard line as Morrow and Slack combined to make the tackle. Actually, check that. That was Mikael Willis, and it'll be at the 26 first down.
And just, again, I mean, Lamar, defensively, we've got to get a stop here, get a turnover. I mean, punch the football out, do something.
Right, remember, folks, everybody's got their timeouts, but right now that's kind of mute with 1 minute to go here in the second quarter. Now we are under a minute, 14-9 Lamar, as Caledonia's trying to erase that small lead right now. Here's another pitch play down here to the near side. They will go out of bounds, and that will stop the clock with 50 seconds to go down here at the Lamar 21.5. That's going to be a pickup of nearly 4 or 5 yards.
Well, it's safe to say this officiating crew, I mean, like I said, they're letting the boys play, but my God, they're letting some holds go too.
Yeah, there's a lot of holding on the edge that they've missed on about 2 or 3 plays here tonight. Ask Tyler Brown about that. 2nd down and 5 at the 21-yard line. Like I said, the clock stopped when he went out of bounds on that previous play, so it is stopped here at the stadium at 50 seconds remaining on 2nd down and 5. Line of scrimmage at the 21 here on the near hash as the Cavaliers moving left to right here on the broadcast here tonight in North Mississippi. They're going to hand it off to Gardner on the dive play, and the dive is going to get it down to about the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Slack makes the tackle, but that's going to move the chains. First down for the Cavaliers with 45 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Well, you just got to tip your cap to the offensive line from Caledonia on this drive. They're beating us at the line of attack.
Clock continues to roll at 35, and now they may burn one of their 3 timeouts. It looks like Caledonia will burn their first of 3 timeouts. With 35 seconds remaining in the second quarter, we'll return after this with the remainder of this possession. Back in 30 here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, with 35 seconds remaining here in the second quarter, the Cavaliers just took their first of 3 timeouts here, Drew. It'll be first down and 10 at the Lamar 11-yard line as play gets set to resume.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, guys, I think that that Caledonia made a mistake there by calling a timeout, because I think that gave us the Lamar defense time to kind of catch their breath a little bit, maybe make some adjustments.
All right, as play resumes from the Lamar 11-yard line. Here from the near hash, Mark Gardner is the de facto tailback, and they're going to pitch it down here to the near side. Lamar read it well, but poor angles once again. That's going to be a touchdown. Easily into the end zone goes Cohen Clark. And, Drew, you saw it as clear as I did. The angles, you're there, but you just are not getting to the football.
No, I mean, it's just the guy's making one cut and going right by us.
I think that's going to be addressed during the halftime break.
It's got to, because if we don't, I mean, like I said, they're going to Caledonia's going to kill us.
Lamar just took a timeout a few moments ago here with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. We'll keep things right here on the broadcast as Caledonia just went in front of Lamar after that touchdown here. And I'm not sure why the Raiders called that timeout here. I don't know if they might be going for two here potentially.
I think that Caledonia lined up for two, and we weren't ready, and I think Coach Jacob Land called timeout.
So 15-14 now, Caledonia leads it here with 27 seconds remaining here until halftime. Of course, we'll have your halftime report coming up in moments, brought to you by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Road Gallery by Woodstock. Also, big thanks going out to All-Star Team Sports helping us with our second quarter here tonight of activity.
Guys, I tell you, man, that was just very disappointing defensive possession right there by our Lamar Raiders, man. We were right there to make some stops, and we just took some very poor angles, and, Caledonia retakes the momentum of this football game late here in the second quarter, and as they lead 15-14 with 27 seconds left to go before halftime.
And, folks, when we say bad angle on the radio broadcast, they're there to make the play, but they kind of go to the left and right and don't attack the ball, and it's kind of weird to describe sometimes, but yeah, that's kind of what's happening right now for the Raiders. They're going to go for two right here. Fake pitch. They're going to throw it into the end zone. Incomplete on the two-point conversion, so that's another missed opportunity here. 27 seconds remaining, Drew, until halftime. It's only a one-point football game.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's now three potential points right there by Caledonia here in the first half that they did not get. And remember that as we get late in this ball game.
All right, so we'll keep things right here with 27 seconds remaining. Of course, big thanks always to our friends over at Citizens National Bank as well, helping us with all the penalty markers this season on the broadcast. And, of course, we'll thank some of our other sponsors. Of course, we'll have the Weidman's Player of the Game later on tonight at the conclusion of this football game. Appreciate Charles and the staff down at Weidman's. Can't go wrong with some fried green tomatoes for a part of your appetizer.
You can't go wrong with anything on that menu.
Hey, you darn right. All right, 27 seconds. Let's see what the Raiders do here. If you can get a good return here, you got all three timeouts. I mean, you never know.
Well, I mean, if they try that little low squib kick, if I'm one of the guys at about the Lamar at about around the 35-yard line, I get on the ball as quickly as possible and get down and get that good field position.
All right, it's going to be the kick coming to do a ground ball kick or not. It is going to be a deeper kick. It's angled to the far side, and the Raiders will let it go. I think, yes, it went out of bounds. It went out of bounds. That's a penalty marker, so the Raiders will get excellent field position here because, Drew, that happens there. You get excellent field position. No time leaked.
That's right. I mean, Lamar is going to get really good field position right here with two timeouts, with 27 seconds left.
Two timeouts. You're right. Yeah, two timeouts.
And with Lamar trailing by 15-14, if we take a shot down the field, get it completed, at least get yourself in field goal position.
From the 35 on the far hash mark, Raiders with a couple of timeouts in their back pocket here. They're going to run trips to the near side with Trotter, Gavin All, and Walker Mims, and Whitcomb is the man to the far side. I think we're actually going to break out in 5 wide receivers.
Yep.
5 wide outs here for Sully. He's back to throw, has time, releases the football. It's complete out to Towner, and Towner needs to get out of bounds here. And Kari is fighting up to near midfield. The clock will stop momentarily while they reset the chains at 18 seconds. I don't think he got out of bounds, Drew.
I don't think he did. They're just stopping the clock temporarily to move the chains, and then it'll start. We got to get on the line of scrimmage and spike the ball right now.
That's a first down brought to you by David Nils Express Pharmacy. Evidently, he did go out of bounds because the clock has not started yet, Drew. 18 seconds, and we're on the line at the 50-yard line.
Yep, he jumped offside.
That's a jumped off sides right there. That's a 5-yard penalty on Caledonia. That's for you, Wyatt Bond, and it'll be 1st and 5.
Yeah, right now, they're playing defensively very, very soft coverage because they don't want to give up a shot down the field, and we're just taking the underneath stuff. And, folks, I'm telling you, we're one good pass across the middle from being in pretty decent field goal range.
Well, Drew, you've always got to know where Agent Zero is at, and he is down here in front of us, lined up in a 3-wide receiver set. I'm talking about Jalen Trotter. Here's a little pitch play, reverse play down here to Samuel Roberts. Roberts is off to the races, 40, 35, cuts back inside, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is tiptoeing the sideline, and he is going to be out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 3 seconds remaining before halftime, and the Raiders are in business. Now, do you kick the field goal or do you go for a touchdown?
No, field goal. We got to kick. We got to get points here. Get the field goal. Get a timeout. Timeout.
I would take a timeout and get your situation figured out. What a play, Drew. Explain that last play. There's a lot of reversing going on.
It was a misdirection reverse. Roberts came on the backside and cut it here to the near sideline. Was able to get it to the outside in a big-time play by the Lamar Raiders. And just like that, ball spotted at about around the 5-yard line with 3 seconds left.
Oh, boy.
We like I said, kick a field goal here, get points. Let's get to halftime leading 17-15.
Raiders just took the timeout, obviously, to set everything up. Now, the entire team, well, the personnel on offense and potentially special teams is huddled around Jacob Land over on the far sideline here. Timeouts are irrelevant right now, so don't even worry about any of that.
And also, I forgot to mention that on that reverse play right there, we had some really good couple up the field blocks by our wide receivers.
Drew, Riverboat Gambler just popped in here at Caledonia. Jacob Land's going to roll the dice here tonight.
Well, like I said, he must see something that we can't see up here.
Raiders with 3 seconds are going to go here on 1st and goal from the 5, and now Caledonia is going to take a timeout. So now the chess match continues here. So now it's going to be 1st and goal at the 5 after a Caledonia timeout. So both teams with a timeout left in the bucket. It's a gamble.
Yeah, it's a huge gamble because that's kind of like I said. Because here in the first half, Caledonia offense, they've blown 3 points. And it's almost like if we don't get this, we're giving those 3 points right back.
It's a big momentum shift right here in the ball game, folks. Raiders get the football to open up the 3rd quarter. The discussions continue on each sideline with each coaching staff here. This is a pivotal point in this football game on the road here in Caledonia. Raiders trailing it 15-14. And, Drew, it looks like the offense is going to remain in the football game on 1st and basically 5 yards to go.
Well, right now, like I said, we got to put our trust in Coach Jacob Land right here. He's never been shy of going for it, but, man, folks, this is really, really risky decision right here.
All right, Sully Reed in the shotgun on 1st and goal at the 5. Checks back to the far sideline. Towner is your tailback. Whitcomb and Trotter down here to the near side. And you got all and one other receiver out there to the far side. That is Oates. Here's the play action fake. Pass to Trotter, he dropped it. And that's the way the 2nd quarter is going to end. So the Raiders drop a pass, and we got penalty flags down all over the place. This is going to be post-play right here, as there is no time left on the clock here. Now, this is going to be well after the play concluded. And, Drew, I'm going to go back to the play call. I love the play call. You go to your best player out there offensively. He just simply dropped the football. Officials are still talking about this, and like I said, this was a very late post-play penalty right here.
Yeah, like I said, I have no idea. It was, like I said, it was about 3 seconds after the play was over.
All right, the two of the officials, Caledonia's already going to the locker room. Of course, their locker room is right behind the bleachers here where we are at. And like I said, this was post-play, so they are still trying to sort this out here. And we're still kind of monitoring what's happening. There is 1 and 2 penalty flags down at about the 8-yard line. We still have not been given an indication. So evidently we'll just have to figure this out, Drew, during the halftime break. So we'll take a 2-minute break. Lamar trailing at 15-14. Back in 2 minutes here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Time report, which is being brought to you tonight by Snowden & Company Real Estate and the Madison Row Gallery by Woodstock Furniture. And if you'll allow me, we'll go ahead and thank all of our sponsors real quick. Burns & Burns, along with Mattress Express, Will Sweat Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, Citizens National Bank, Teal Neal Animal Hospital, of course, with all of our touchdowns this season, Trey Cross Agency, Weidman's East Mississippi Oral and Facial, All-Star Team Sports, Insurance Advisory Group, and Van Zyverden. As the Lamar dance team just finished up their routine, as Coach Terry leaves, state champions.
State champs, go Ravens.
There she is, as they just took home a state championship earlier this week, Drew. And I tell you what, Gracie's done an amazing job with those young ladies out there.
No question about it. They've worked so hard getting ready for that competition last weekend, and it paid off, and they brought home a state championship.
And, of course, Coach Lauren Beach, of course, the not just the junior high, but the high school cheerleaders also brought home hardware as well. But, man, congrats to them. Drew, they work hard every week, like you said, and they deserve a lot of kudos. That was a nice performance there by the dance team. Well, Drew, we're here at the break. A lot to break down from this football game so far, 15-14. Going into the commercial break, obviously the Raiders went for it there on 1st and goal at the 5. Drew, you try to get the football into your best players' hands. And I think everything, if you go back and look at it, I think everything was set up pretty well on the edge to block Jalen. Yeah. That happens probably 0.001% of the time. He just dropped the football.
Yeah, I mean, it was we didn't execute the play. It was an easy 9 times out of 10, Jalen catches that football and goes something good happens, but it was unfortunate. Before that, I thought we might have maybe possibly have kicked the field goal right there, but Coach apparently thought that he had a better play, and that's when he decided to go for it, try to get a touchdown there, and it's one of those plays where at the end of the game you just hope that doesn't come back to bite us. But folks, this is very exciting first half here in Caledonia, Mississippi, where Caledonia leads our Raiders 15-14 in a game that really, to be quite honest with you, both offenses are executing at a high level. Caledonia is running their offense to perfection, and Lamar's offense is going right down the field themselves. It's going to come down, and guys, here the way the game is being played out, it's the team in the fourth quarter that makes the crucial mistake at the wrong time, and the team that capitalizes on that mistake is going to win this football game.
Drew, I just want to give kudos. You know, we're about to see the pride of Caledonia High, the marching band. We don't get to see very many marching bands at all, you know, being in academy football. This is going to be a treat. So if I get sucked in here by the marching band, I apologize. It's one of my favorite things. But, Drew, I have to say one thing about this marching band. We walked through the crowd to get up here. Some of the most polite young men and women as we were walking through. They said, hello, good luck to y'all, glad you're here. I just wanted to give them kudos. Very polite young men and women we walked past earlier tonight.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, a very first-class group of folks up here in Caledonia, Mississippi, and they've got guys. Their band here. They've got a full squad band, and it's a really neat scene here.
So we're going to continue with our halftime show, but you're going to hear the band through our microphones here. And like I said, if you hear silence, that's because I got sucked in by the band music here tonight. But, Drew, as we look at this ball game in the first half, I thought offensively we did a lot of good things. Of course, the explosive play with Jalen down the field, ran the football well with Kari Towner. And, of course, you know, we're doing great things offensively, but, of course, defensively, I think right now the two words that come to mind is assignment football. And I know there's a lot of things we got to clean up in assignment football right now.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, assignments, like I said, we're taking defensively in the first half. There have been times that we just took some really poor angles at the line of attack, and they just would make a move, and we were not there to make the tackle. They also we missed a couple of tackles as well, but sometimes you got to give credit to the type of offense as well that Caledonia runs. We don't see this triple option offense a whole lot in these days, and folks, if you've never seen it, it's like, you know, they bring motion every single time. They bring their H back around. You got to play the dive. If they don't give it on the dive, they option it out, or they go play action pass. They've done all three things in the first half. Sometimes we've done well, and sometimes we haven't. It's just that here at halftime, we've got to really, really pound the dive defensively and make some type of adjustments, whether you bring some guys even closer to the line of scrimmage or what. But here's the thing also. Either we know about 85-90% of the time they're either going to pitch it or they're going to hand it off on the dive. All right. Now they've thrown the ball maybe 4, maybe 5 times, you know, in the first half, and they did complete 2 passes out of the play action pass. One for that touchdown. And that's where our defensive backs have got to pay attention. They can't fall asleep.
Absolutely. I tell you what, great performance down here by the Caledonia band here tonight, the pride of the Cavaliers here tonight at Caledonia High, with your Lamar Raiders trailing here at the halftime break, 15-14. Well, Drew, as we look at college football tomorrow, I know we've got a lot of different folks who support a lot of different universities who listen to our broadcast every Friday night, but I'm going to be a selfish fan here tonight and lead off with my team here tonight.
You're darn right, you should.
We deserve it. It's been a long, long few years down the road in Start Vegas. Through all the turmoil with Mike Leach passing away to just misery up and down, Mississippi State had something to be happy about the other night, upsetting number 12 Arizona State. Unbelievable win. It was a turning point for the program, and now State has to look ahead. And you don't want to go to sleep tomorrow. I know it's Alcorn State at 5 o'clock tomorrow, just down the road up here in North Mississippi. But, Drew, you don't need a letdown.
No, not at all. I mean, we talked about, that is, I don't see it. But then again, it's been a long time since Mississippi State has won such a big game like that. It would be so easy for Mississippi State tomorrow. Oh, we're playing Alcorn State. Oh, yeah. And then look up in the fourth quarter and, oh, my God,
Yeah.
So, State needs to take care of business early and not even have to stress in the second half.
Well, Drew, if you look at the schedule for the Bulldogs going ahead now, you got another home game tomorrow. You got another home game next week, and guess what? You got another home game after that against Tennessee, and you could be 4-0 potentially going into that conference opener. And I've told folks, you think I'm crazy here, but if Jeff Levy wins 6 ball games, I think that's your coach of the year.
I tell you what,
it's hard to argue.
He'd definitely be in the running with the way the program was last year, and how many guys, folks? Was it how many? 50 or 60 players?
60 new players.
Wow, man,
yeah.
That's insane. Well, folks, I tell you, man, once again, I tip my cap to Coach Levy and the Mississippi State coaching staff for a job well done last week. The atmosphere, you can just hear it on the TV, was incredible. And I'm just so happy for everybody involved with Mississippi State last week.
Big one up in Oxford tomorrow. You got Arkansas and Ole Miss. Ole Miss had to hang on by a fingernail against a real game Kentucky team. Kentucky showed up and played Ole Miss extremely hard last week. I know that Simmons was nicked up in that football game for Ole Miss last week, but, hey, good teams find a way to squeeze a win out. That's what they did. Arkansas has not been tested yet, but this is going to be their first big one. But I'm telling you right now, Ole Miss does not need to sleep on the Razorbacks.
No, not at all. You do not sleep on a Bobby Petrino offense. I'm telling you now, I think Arkansas is going to, when it's all said and done, they're going to beat somebody this year that they're not supposed to beat. And kind of like they did last year against Tennessee, I think they're going to have a repeat performance this year. They're going to beat somebody. And it could be Ole Miss tomorrow. Who knows? But like I said, Rob, like you said, Ole Miss better be taking Arkansas very seriously. And, folks, in years past, when you got Ole Miss and Arkansas come together, crazy things have happened. It's not – I mean, both teams have scored a lot of points, and I could see a shootout at Vaughton-Hemingway potentially again tomorrow.
That is a 6 o'clock game up in Oxford tomorrow evening over on ESPN. Do want to give a quick shout-out to Coach Charles Huff and the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. He got his first head coaching win at Southern Miss last week against Jackson State. They've got App State tomorrow in Hattiesburg. Drew, you know how I feel about Coach Huff. I think eventually he's going to turn that thing around. I know he's got a lot of work ahead of him, but still good for him to get his first win last week.
And he will get that. He will get that Southern Miss turned around. You've one, you got to give him time to get it turned around, and two, you don't have to financially support the program, because right now Southern Miss they're on the right path. Southern Miss just got to be patient.
So Southern Miss fans, if you hear the sound of my voice, get behind your Golden Eagles, support them financially, because that's what it takes nowadays to be successful. So big one tomorrow over in Tuscaloosa. Looked good on the schedule when they scheduled it probably some 9-10 years ago, but obviously a much different Wisconsin football team coming into Tuscaloosa tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock there at Saban Field. And Alabama, of course, getting geared up for this one, Drew. They got the bye week next week, and then they go to Athens.
Yeah. I mean, for me, is what kind of Alabama football team is going to show up? It's been kind of like, with Alabama, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde, and tomorrow it's another one of those types of games where if Alabama takes it seriously and shows up and plays, they shouldn't have a problem. But if they, come out and kind of like they did against Florida State, very lackadaisical, very just not ready to play, then you know what, Wisconsin could pull off the upset.
You never know. That'll be the early game tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Well, the two big games in the conference tomorrow, I'm not going to even talk about Notre Dame, because I know how you feel about Notre Dame. They're playing A&M tomorrow night up in South Bend. But you've got Georgia and Tennessee. It's a big game for Georgia, obviously, to kind of keep themselves right where they're at in the pecking order in the top 5. Tennessee, I know they got some folks out at the skill positions here tomorrow, but I feel like this could be a sneaky good football game tomorrow. We'll just see how it all breaks down.
Like I said, I think it's going to be an outstanding football game. And what gets me is I heard a lot this week, that Georgia is this ain't advantage Georgia football.
Yeah,
they're down and they don't have a quarterback. Folks, this is Kirby Smart. This is Georgia's defense. I mean, it's just like they just think that Tennessee's just Tennessee's going to win going away tomorrow and stuff like that. I don't buy it. I think this is rat poison that that Kirby Smart is loving tonight, and I think that the real Georgia football. Yeah, I understand that the first 2 weeks Georgia has looked very very average, and because they haven't really played anybody. They will tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you'll see the real Georgia football team, and I think Georgia is going to win that football game at least by 10 points.
And that's where game day is going to be at tomorrow up in Knoxville. So it should be a heck of an atmosphere. And, they're going to pack 100,000+ into that stadium tomorrow. And, of course, a big one tomorrow night. This has always been a fun one in the past. LSU in Florida. It'll be under the lights there in Death Valley at 6:30. Florida, they've been the talk this week for not the right reasons, losing the 2-point decision to a very game South Florida team who's a lot better than you think they are, folks, after they whipped up on Boise and then they beat Florida. Well, South Florida's got to play Miami tomorrow. If they beat Miami, then they are the real deal, obviously. But this is a big swinging moment for Billy Napier tomorrow night.
I don't think there's any question about it. I think, right now, what happened last Saturday in Gainesville was obviously nobody saw coming. But nonetheless, listen, the real Florida team you're going to see LSU's going to see a different Florida football team tomorrow. I firmly believe that. LSU better be ready to go. I'm hoping and praying that LSU's offensive coordinator will open it up a little bit. I think that I don't particularly care for the guy, but the bottom line is that Garrett Nussmeier, he's been around the pro. He knows how to throw the football down the field. Give him a chance. Just I'm not asking a lot.
Let the thoroughbred out of the barn.
Just let him open it up a little bit. And we got some very talented wide receivers there at LSU for a reason. They've got some good hands. Who knows? They may catch a couple of throws tomorrow. So I'm defensively LSU is as good as advertised. And offensively, LSU, there's a lot less to be desired.
Now, folks, once again, circling back to the Mississippi State game, it will be on ESPN Plus tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So not going to be on any of the cable channels, so you have to watch that on the streaming provider there. The LSU and Florida game is going to be on ABC tomorrow night at 6:30. Ole Miss and Arkansas is on ESPN at 6. And, of course, Alabama and Wisconsin, ABC tomorrow at 11. I think the Southern Miss game is also going to be on a streaming platform tomorrow. So I know how folks like to know all that with our streaming world we live in now. So a lot of the football is on a different channel. One thing that kills me is the Miami-South Florida game. That's a top 20 matchup. Is on the CW. It's different, but that's where it's going to be at tomorrow. So, but anyway, that's a look at the college football schedule for tomorrow, and I think we're just a few moments away from getting into the third quarter here with Lamar trailing Caledonia 15-14. That's going to wrap things up here on the halftime show, brought to you by Snowden Company Real Estate and the Madison Row Gallery by Woodstock. And we are going to take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes, and we'll return with the third quarter after this here on 97 OKK.
Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive price.
All right, welcome back here to North Mississippi here on the campus of Caledonia High as your Lamar Raiders getting set to receive the football here in just a few moments as Caledonia leads Lamar 15-14. So Raiders are finally making their way out of the locker room on the other side of campus here, Drew. Once again, beautiful campus here at Caledonia. Absolutely. As we made the turn off the main drag out here to get to the high school here. Been a great atmosphere, big crowd here. And I tell you what, the Raider fans have traveled pretty darn well here tonight from Meridian.
Yeah, they sure did. I mean, there's a nice traveling squad that came up from Lamar. I mean, just a really nice turnout all around, both sides.
As Coach Elmore brings the troops out here to do some brief warm-ups here before we get to the start of the third quarter. Once again, Raiders will get the football to open up this third quarter here in just moments. All right, Drew, as we get ready to start the third here, we'll see the offense first. But I know the big story so far has been trying to stop this dive, try to stop this pitch, try to stop the run. I know that was probably very much addressed in great length probably during the halftime break. But you get the ball first here. A lot's been working. Running game, Whitcomb and screenplays have worked. Jalen Trotter, explosive play. So offense has had some good moments here tonight.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, Lamar here in the first half, what we do offensively, we've done very well. But I'm really impressed in the first half, especially on the offense, that we've kept the momentum for the most part. I think we've done a great job on first downs, running the ball, getting it second and third down in manageable situations. I think that we've moved the sticks well enough to win this football game. I think defensively, if we can just correct some of the poor angles that we had in the first half, we can win this football game.
Folks, don't forget we'll finally be back at home next week.
Really?
I feel like we've been on the road for an entire year, but we will be back at home next week. And, folks, it's homecoming next Friday night. Can you believe that? Homecoming is already going to be here as Lamar will be welcoming in the Patriots of East Rankin, one of the many Patriots in the MAIS. And that'll be the first district game of the season as well, so invite you to come out. All you alumni out there, get out there and pack those bleachers in, and let's support the Lamar Raiders next Friday night. Of course, the homecoming court will be presented next week as well by the MVP, David White himself. That's his Super Bowl right there, his homecoming. But, Drew, it's going to be good to have all the alumni back on campus next week.
Absolutely.
6 o'clock broadcast time from the Berm on the Tailgate Show. And, of course, our visit with Jacob Land will be thereafter at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Next Friday night. And, folks, I make that joke because 3 of the first 4 ball games have been on the road this year. So we've been for the north part of the state. We've been to the west part of the state, central. We've been all over, and even into Alabama. So,
well, like I said, we've got a nice little home stretch of games coming up. So, like I said, it seems like, we've been on the road like every Friday night.
I want to get into bed a normal hour.
Yeah.
Of course, this is probably our longest road trip of the season here. Caledonia, folks, for you folks that are not too familiar, this is just to the north of Columbus, maybe a little northeast of Columbus. So
about 20-25 minutes about northeast of Columbus.
Yeah, and by the way, if you've been following our broadcast for years, we stopped at our famous eatery in Columbus. It rhymes with Charvies. Don't want to give them a free plug tonight, but our meal was delicious and the wait staff was great as well. But a lot of Lamar folks seem to like that watering hole. So
I do.
I know, it's my favorite. All right, Drew, we're ready to go here. Warm-ups are done. Lamar's going to get set to take the ball first here momentarily. Assess Sully Reed from the first half real quick.
I thought he played very well. I thought he threw the ball. He had a couple of bad throws in the first half, but I think overall, I think he's done really well. I thought he ran the ball a couple times. Smart decisions. I thought he led the offense very well. I think the offensive line really opened up some good holes for our running backs to run through. The offensive side of the ball, there's a lot of things that we did well in the first half, but can we put two halves together?
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it's a much different story about this time last week than it is this week for sure. So I know it was a tough night at the office last week. I tell you what, that checked a box for me, Drew, the way this team came out and played here tonight.
Yes.
You were wondering what would it be like from last week going into this week. Well, I think the Raiders have answered that question. They are here to compete and play hard tonight. So
no question.
I think they put that ball game into the rearview mirror, and they did flush it.
Well, and it's like I said during the pregame. Sometimes it's you get humbled.
Yeah, that's the way it happens.
And that's what happened last Friday night. And if you act the right way and approach that performance, and that'll help you in the long run.
All right, Raiders set to receive it here. You got the usual suspects back there, Slack, Roberts, and Towner, all bunched up back inside the 20-yard line. All right, folks, fasten the seatbelts. A big second half is underway with Caledonia leading 15-14. Ball is angled over to Samuel Roberts at about the 7 or 8 yard line. He's up to the 15 to the 20, and Samuel's still on his feet across the 25, and he is going to be upended off his sticks at about the 27, 28 yard line. So here comes Sully in the offense from about that point, 1st and 10.
Well, again, I thought that Sully had a solid first half. He completed some nice throws, had some not really nice throws in the first half. I thought he ran the ball effective enough and to keep the defense honest when we went to that our zone read package. And that, like I said, I thought that we had mixed the run with the pass really good in the first half.
Raiders moving right to left on the broadcast. Towner is your running back, and he's going to touch the football out of the gate here, and he's going to be punished. Oh, he got swallowed up big time back at about the 26, 27-yard line. Nice read there by 44. That was Huntley Holloman, and that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Yeah, right there, the right side of Lamar's offensive line got dominated, and a loss of about a yard on first down sets up a 2nd down and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 26, 27-yard line in Raiderville, moving right to left on the broadcast. Trips to the far side. Trotter, the lone man, down here to the near side of the field with Towner in the backfield. Play action fake, Sully across the field, and Mims is going to haul this one in, but he's going to be upended up at about the 31-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards, and now a big 3rd down. Drew, we talked about this in pregame. You don't want to go 3 and out here tonight.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, that's right now. Right now, that's what Lamar has right here coming up. A 3rd down and about 8 coming up. Big 3rd down play coming up for our Raiders. Got to get this first down.
Trips to the near side. Trotter is going to move into the slot right here on 3rd down and about 7.5. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers. Nearly bit him on a hard count right here.
They got Trotters lined up in the slot. I like him go square in right across the middle.
3rd and 7, and Sully's going to go down the field. He's got a man wide open. It's caught by Whitcomb. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! Home run from Sully Reed to Jackson Whitcomb, and the Raiders hit an explosive play and take a lead here in the opening moments of the 3rd quarter.
Wow, I don't know what happened defensively, but that was a complete bust from Caledonia, and a big throw and catch for our Lamar Raiders. And on the 3rd play of the 3rd quarter, Lamar goes yard, and just like that, Lamar punches one in the end zone. And with 10:23 left to go, the score is 20, Caledonia 15.
PAT is up, and the PAT is good. So with 10:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Lamar strikes on a touchdown brought to you by Teal Newell Animal Hospital. And your new score reads on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, Lamar 21, Caledonia 15. Back after this 30-second timeout on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
10:23 to go here in the third quarter. Lamar strikes on a bomb from Sully Reed to Jackson Whitcomb. The baseball stars hook up big time right there, and drew 21-15 after the cross PAT. 21-15 Raiders, 10:23 to go here in the third quarter. What an opening drive.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, Whitcomb was lined up on the far side of the field. I couldn't really tell what exactly happened. All I know is it had to have been some type of defensive bust from Caledonia, because Whitcomb, he was all by himself, and there wasn't a defender from Caledonia within 10 yards of him.
What a dime, too, by Sully Reed. Boy, he put that ball right on the money to Jackson Whitcomb. Pretty pass. All right, Morrow's going to kick this one into the sky down to about the 6-yard line. They're going to return it up to the 10, the 15, the 20, up to the 24, and the Raiders will upend him at around the 26-yard line, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, Drew, now we're going to see the Lamar defense, and I know we talked a lot about it, the angles, the assignments or whatnot, and this is a big moment after you come out of the locker room and punch him in the mouth.
Yeah, no question. You've got the momentum back on your side. Now defensively, you've got to know your assignment, know the right angles, and get off the field.
All right, as they will have it, that being Caledonia, 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line here on the near hash mark, moving left to right here on the broadcast tonight here in Lowndes County. Quarterback goes under center, and I think they fumbled the football. The football was fumbled. Who got the football?
I think Lamar got it.
Did Lamar get it? I think Lamar got it. And there was a punch thrown down there, too. And Lamar got the fumble recovery. Coming out of there with the football, shocker. It's Tyler Brown who came out of there with the fumble recovery. But, hey, how about that?
Wow.
A big fumble recovery.
We talked about it just a few minutes ago. We had to get a defensive stop here in the second half, whether it be a turnover or what. And first play from Caledonia on offense fumbles the ball, and Lamar is sitting pretty right now at the Caledonia about 26-yard line.
Drew, you got to attack right here. 10:03 to go here in the third, 21-15 Lamar. And they're going to take a shot here. Sully's looking down the field. He's got Trotter inside the 20, and they're going to gang tackle him at about the 15-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 11 yards. First down Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Well, Trotter on a deep curl here on the near sideline. And, folks, that's just an easy throw and catch all night long. I mean, if that a perfectly run route right there, an even better throw, and Lamar sitting pretty at the Caledonia 15-yard line.
In the red zone goes the Raiders here, and they're going to hand it off to Ashton Jones. He makes a couple of cuts, and he stays on his feet. And, boy, nice run by Ashton with some power down near the 10-yard line. I thought he was going to be stopped dead to right to the line of scrimmage, but somehow he was able to wiggle nearly 5 yards out of that down to the 10.
Well, again, that first contact, from Caledonia, they're not bringing, other than a couple plays here tonight, first contact is not bringing down our running backs here tonight.
2nd and 5 from the Cavalier 10-yard line. Here's the handoff to Ashton Jones again, and Jones fighting for some yardage. He's inside the 10 down to maybe the 8. So that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 coming up here.
Well, right now you got third down and about 3 coming up. You got 2 plays. As we got a timeout on the field, we'll keep things right here with 9:05 left to go in the third quarter. If you're just tuning in, wow, you've missed some fireworks early in this third quarter. Third play on offense for Lamar as we got the ball first to start the third quarter. Lamar goes about 60 yards on a bust from Caledonia. Lamar takes advantage and scores a touchdown, a long touchdown pass. PAT was up and good, and Lamar leads 21-15. Then on the very first play, Caledonia, after they got possession, fumbles the ball, and Lamar recovered. And right now, Lamar is deep in Caledonia territory on a big 3rd down and 3. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line.
Muscle package here is, now the Raiders are going to fumble the deadgum football back here to about the 14-yard line. On the pitch, I don't know if it was a bad handoff or whatever. We're at a bad angle here, but Drew, ball came to the turf. Raiders recovered. It's going to be 4th and 9, and now looks like we're going to keep the offense on the field here. It's going to be 4th and 9 here, and we're going to bring some new personnel here along with Gavin All and company. Tough play there.
Yep. Like I said, 4th down and 9 right now coming up for Lamar.
Got to get to the 5-yard line to get the first down. You got Gavin All and Jalen Trotter to the near side, Mims and Whitcomb to the far side, 2 to each side here.
I tried that same curl route to Jalen Trotter on the near side.
Play action fake. Sully's got plenty of time. Throws into the corner down there, and it is
caught.
It is caught down there into the end zone. Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders! That is a 14-yard score to Jackson Whitcomb, and the Raiders back-to-back touchdown tosses from Sully Reed to Jackson Whitcomb, and the Raiders cash in on the turnover. It is now 27-15 with the PAT upcoming.
Sorry, Robbie. I just happened to see it.
Oh, I saw it too. I saw it too.
Well, like I said, Whitcomb on a deep out route right there. Right there, Sully Reed takes advantage of Whitcomb's size. They had a small corner right there as Lamar appears to be going for 2 here.
Going for 2 here. Sully Reed in the shotgun on the 2-point conversion here, and they jumped in the neutral zone.
Yep.
That's another Wyatt Bond neutral zone jump. Wyatt, I need your autograph, son. That's going to be another half the distance of the goal call right here.
Well, that's about the third or fourth time. That's about the third or fourth time that they've done that. And now with that offsides, that brings in Lamar's muscle package, which Tyler Brown's probably about to get get the handoff here.
Folks, that'll be a half the distance of the goal penalty. They're going to mark it down probably, Drew, between the 1 and 2, somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah. Muscle package in, Morrow the fullback, Brown the running back. And they are going to hand it off to Tyler Brown, and Tyler Brown got stuffed. And he tries to keep it on his feet, but he's going to be stuffed back at the 5-yard line. So the 2-point conversion goes by the boards, but Lamar cashes in the turnover with a touchdown pass from Sully Reed to Jackson Whitcomb on 4th down and 9. Remember that. And plus, we're going to keep things here, by the way. Drew, 2 touchdowns on 4th down to 9.
Yeah, no question. Huge plays right there on 4th down for Lamar. But going back to the actual touchdown, nice read right there by Sully. He noticed where Caledonia, they brought in a different corner right there on the far side of the field, a much smaller cornerback, and with Whitcomb's size on that end, that was all Sully had to do was put the throw right there, and Whitcomb did the rest. And it was an easy throw and catch because Sully Reed took advantage of the size differential at the line of scrimmage.
And going back to the 2-point conversion play, sometimes, folks, players make plays, and they just kind of whipped us up front of the line of scrimmage and just kind of stuffed us. That's just the bottom line on that play. Give credit where credit's due. So, but in any event, on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard is 27-15 Lamar with 8:08 to go here in the third quarter. Of course, this quarter of activity here on the broadcast is powered by All-Star Team Sports.
Well, right now, Lamar has come out and really punched Caledonia in the mouth here to start the third quarter. But, guys, Lamar cannot let up. This is a Caledonia team that we saw in the first half. They're very explosive with the way they do their offense. We cannot let up.
Here's Logan Cross on the kickoff right here, and Logan's going to angle that ball down the field, and this may go out of bounds. Dadgummit, it did. So that's going to bring it out to, the 35-yard line right here. So tough break for the Raiders as Caledonia will start up near the 35, 40-yard line here. 1st and 10, 8:08 to go in the third quarter. Lamar up on the scoreboard, though, 27-15.
Yeah, we got a lot of ball game left to be played tonight, folks. If you're just tuning in, Lamar has opened up the third quarter and has scored 13 unanswered points to take a 27-15 lead. But like I said, this Caledonia football team, they're going to have something to say. This is going to go down to the wire.
All right, of course, they're very he's a talented young man. Tyler Long, their sophomore quarterback at 6'2", 200, will be under center here with all his usual personnel there behind him, including Gardner. Here's going to be the pitch play down here to the near side, and the Raiders play pretty well on assignment football there. It's going to be about a 4 or 5 yard gain, Drew, but we took a little bit of a better angle on that play.
Absolutely, and I also like the pursuit to the football right there. We didn't see that a lot in the first half.
Drew, they're going more to pitching the ball on the edges now. They found something there. They're not going so much to the dive in the middle now. They're kind of getting us on the edges now. 2nd down, what are we going to call it, 5? Yeah, we'll call it 5 at the 40 in Cavalier territory. And this time it's going to be another pitch out to the far side as Willis will come in and make a wonderful tackle. Mikael Willis with the tackle of the year came in and laid the lumber on Owen Bird on that far end over there. Held him to about a 2-yard gain, but Willis came in and laid a big set of lumber right there.
Wow, what a great open field tackle right there by Willis right there because, folks, it was up to Willis. If Willis If he didn't get him there, that's a huge play right there for Caledonia.
3rd and 2 for Caledonia. Line of scrimmage is going to be at the Cavalier 43-yard line along the far hash mark as we are officially under 7 minutes to play here in the third stanza tonight in North Mississippi, with Lamar leading at 27-15. Quarterback will go under center here with Long, man in motion. They're going to pitch it down here to the near side here. Lamar has an angle. Nice tackle by Brown. Ball came loose, but I think he was already down, that being the tailback here on the pitch, and he's going to be brought down just short of the first down by about a yard. He had to get the 45, and it's going to be at the 44. So now a big decision here, 4th down and 1.
Wow. I mean, this is a critical decision coming up for Caledonia right now, because it appears they're going for it. And, man, if they don't get it now, already trailing 27-15, wow, a big decision right here.
All right, as they are taking their time with Tyler Long, they know this is a big decision here. Gardner's going to be the back, the de facto tailback. You got Clark and some other personnel back there on 4th and 1, and they're going to dive on it. And I don't think they got it. The Raiders are going to stone them just shy of the 45-yard line, and the Raiders built a stone wall at the 44.5. That'll be a turnover on downs. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, and that first down on the turnover on downs is brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. They're eyeballing it. He had to get the 45, no doubt about it. That is a turnover on downs Raiders.
Yeah, I wish you could get a camera view on Whiting, our defensive coordinator. He's lost his mind on the phone after the stop. That was hilarious.
How good does that feel for Matthew Whiting, our defensive coordinator? We got a timeout on the field. We desperately need to take a timeout as well. 1 minute on the broadcast, 27-15 Raiders. Back after this on OKK. With 5:52 to go here in the third quarter, Lamar just got a turnover on downs, Drew. What a job of building that wall.
Kill shot right now. If you want your foot on their throat right now, take a shot right here.
1st and 10 just inside the Cavalier 45-yard line. Raiders going to toss it down the field. It's caught by Walker Mims, and Mims is going to battle his way inside the 40 down to near the 37.5-yard line. Boy, that's got to feel good for Walker after he had those 2 drops back in the first half. And he's not going to drop many, folks.
Well, I mean, like I said, Lamar offense takes advantage of some soft coverage right there. And Walker Mims on a nice little stop route for about 7 yards, 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 from around the 37, 38-yard line. Sully, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers here, and it's going to be a straight quarterback run, and he's inside the 35. He is down to the 30, and he got shoestring tackled at about the 31-yard line, but that's going to be more than enough for a Raider first down, brought to you by our friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Nice quarterback run right there by Sully Reed, a designed quarterback run. Once again, move the sticks. Lamar, ball spotted at the Caledonia 31-yard line. Lamar leads 27-15 and has taken complete momentum of this football game.
And we are officially under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter with the clock running here. Reed in the shotgun with Kari Towner in the backfield. Play action fake to Towner, toss it out to Trotter, and Trotter is met, but he's going to fall ahead inside the 25 down to near the 24. And that's going to be a nice pickup there on first down. That'll set up 2nd down and about 4 yards to go.
Again, a really nice, patient throw right there. Nice, easy throw. Lamar's found a soft spot right there on that right side. And, I mean, they're giving us that underneath, that short underneath pass. And we'll take 6-7 yards all night long on first down.
Here's the snap, handoff to Towner. Towner fighting tooth and nail, and he is going to get it down to near the first down marker. I think he got it.
I think second effort
Yep,
got it.
they sure did. First down for Towner and the Raiders, brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Again, I mean, Towner running hard. I mean, this young man is just running so hard tonight.
All right, Drew, look at that clock running as we approach 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Raiders just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. Here's the handoff to Thunder again. Towner breaks another, and he fumbled the football. Fumbled the football, and did he jump on top of it's the question.
I think he did.
Oh,
I think he did.
It's a big fumble recovery down at the 15-yard line. Got to put that ball away, Corey.
That's the one bugaboo about him is that
that's tough.
That's about his second or third fumble on the year. That time, luckily, he was able to jump on the football, but he's got to get two hands on the football.
He'll stay in at tailback. You're going to have Mims, I believe. Yeah, Mims will be your H-back. Trotter to one side right here with Whitcomb at the other. Play action fake. They're looking for Jalen. Here's Trotter in the end zone, and he is going to be locked up one-on-one. Good coverage down there, one-on-one there. That was Washington down there. He was one-on-one with Jalen. That was a nice little battle down there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a nice defensive play by the cornerback from Caledonia. That was just a well-defended play.
Drew, 3rd down and 3. Do you keep it on the ground, or you try a little quick pass right here?
Well, if they continue that little soft underneath coverage on the right side, that little short pass, I'd keep running that play until Caledonia's defense shows me they can stop it.
From the 14-yard line on 3rd and 3, Towner's going to split out of the backfield. Sully's going to run it himself, and Sully trying to fight for yardage. And he is going to be wrapped up at about the 11-yard line. This is going to be super close. Depends on the spot. On the spot.
Well, it was. They brought Towner in motion. That did not fool anybody from Caledonia. And Sully, right there, was able to pick up what he could right there. But the way they spotted that ball, Robbie, he's almost about a full yard short of a first down.
I would expect we'll see the muscle package right here if I was a betting man. We'll see. Jacob Land's trying to get the personnel together here. You're going to have Towner in the backfield, Sully in the shotgun from the 11 on 4th and 1. Big play coming up right here. Play clock's at 10 right here. They may try a hard count. They call a timeout.
Timeout.
Yeah, play clock's at 3. Call a timeout, Jacob. And he will call the timeout. So timeout on the field with 2:33 to go here in the third quarter. Lamar 27, Caledonia 15. Back in 30 seconds with that 4th down play here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, folks, big play here in this ball game with 2:33 to go here in the third quarter. Lamar up on the scoreboard 27-15. Drew, as we get set to resume play, Jacob Land took a timeout, and he will be facing a 4th down and 1 at the Caledonia 11-yard line.
I'm like I said, I would not be upset right here if Coach Jacob Land gave Sully Reed a run-pass option right here. Roll him out. If it's not there, keep it, run it, or if the throw's there and he's open, throw it.
All right, here we go, folks. 4th down and about a full yard to go just outside of the 10-yard line. Sully in the shotgun formation. Towner is flanked off to his right. Mims at the tight end spot. Randall on the other side as well on the line of scrimmage. Trotter at one receiver. Whitcomb at the other receiver. And here's the handoff to Towner, and Towner is stacked up. He had to get near the 10, and this just depends on the spot. Bottom line just depends on the spot. It's close.
I don't know. If he got it,
it's close.
He barely got it.
They dropped the football, Drew, and it is touching the 10 by a fingernail. They move the chains. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders, powered by David Neal's Express Pharmacy. Corey just got the first down.
Yeah, like I said, second and third effort right there was the difference.
Ooh, goodness gracious. Pistol formation, Towner behind Reed here. Here's the handoff to Curry. Curry's open inside the 5, and he is. Did he get in?
I think he did.
Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown, Raiders. That's a 10-yard score by Curry, Towner, and Lamar, and the Raiders cash it in on the turnover on downs. And how about this? With 2:03 to go here in the third quarter, Lamar has cashed in again.
Yeah, I mean that was a big-time drive right there by the Lamar offense, and wow, Lamar has opened up in this third quarter and have scored 19 unanswered points and have a commanding now 33-15 lead on the road at Caledonia. Folks, I didn't think, guys,
what a response.
What a heck of a response here in the third quarter by the Raiders.
PAT coming up here from Logan Cross. Snapback is good. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So with 2:03 to go here in the third quarter, Lamar has scored now 20 unanswered, and they lead at 34-15 on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard. That touchdown brought to you by our friends over at Teal Newell Animal Hospital. We'll take a commercial break of 30 seconds. Back after this on 97 OKK. Well, folks, we've got a new mascot here at Lamar. It's the Laters instead of the Raiders. Regardless, the good guys are on top 34-15. Yeah, Jeff Tate let us know about that during the commercial break. So, Jeff Tate, when you get your name mentioned on the broadcast, you owe us all a bundle of fireworks. So there you go. I think that could be arranged.
Well, I tell you what, guys, I got to be honest. I didn't see this third quarter playing out like this. I really thought, our Lamar Raiders have come out like a house on fire and have scored 20 unanswered points and have taken a commanding 34-15 lead in this ball game as the kickoff returner gets up to the field about near the 35-yard line. But, guys, we still got 1:55 left to go.
We got a long way to go here tonight.
Like I said, this game is still far from over.
Because, Drew, we saw, I hate to interrupt you, but we saw how explosive they can be and get it down the field quick.
Yeah, no question about it. We cannot let up. We've got the momentum of this football game in our hands right now. We got a whole fourth quarter to go and another minute 55 left in here in the third.
All right, Raiders back to work on defense. And, folks, it's hard to believe with 1:55 remaining in the third quarter, this is only Caledonia's second possession. Can you believe that? Or third possession, rather, excuse me, because they had the turnover on downs, and, of course, they fumbled the first play. And that pitch play read it beautifully up near the 36-yard line. But we got a penalty marker down. They finally call a hold out there maybe? There's been a lot of that tonight.
I'd be shocked if they did, considering what they've let go to here tonight.
Like I said, we got an MHSAA officiating crew here tonight, here on the road in, Caledonia. Here is the call. Hold on Caledonia. You don't say. You don't say.
Well, but here's the thing. This is now going. Lamar chose to take the penalty to be first down and 20. Our defensive backs, be alert. Do not fall asleep here. At some point, they're going to throw a play-action pass and try to get a chunk play.
All right, Drew, it looks like Long is getting the play here. As this is fine. Take as much time as you want to here.
And look, and to be honest with you, you make Caledonia start throwing the ball. That's not their game.
That's right. First and 20 from back at the 25-yard line. Here is the pass play. Ball is batted up in the air. It's intercepted! It's intercepted by Lamar! Jaquan Slack is returning it! Touchdown, Lamar! Touchdown! Raiders! The ball was pitched up, and it was intercepted. The Raiders are rolling here tonight on another score here in the third quarter. That is 26 unanswered.
Wow. I mean, wow. I mean, that is unbelievable. They optioned it on the far side, and one of our defensive linemen tipped the ball straight up in the air, and Slack saw where the ball was. Nobody from Caledonia knew where the ball was. Slack did from Lamar, and Lamar punches one, gets the deflection for another Lamar Raider touchdown. And, guys, I am stunned. Wow.
Cross in to attempt the extra point here with 1:25 remaining in the third. The kick is up, and the kick is good. What about this, folks? It was 15-14 at halftime in favor of Caledonia. If you turned away, how dare you, first of all. If you're back with us, 1:25 remaining in the third quarter. How about this score? 41-15 Raiders. That pick six by Slack is powered by Teal Neal Animal Hospital. And, Drew, I don't think a lot of folks had this on their bingo card here.
I don't think so, because, I mean, we knew this was going to be a four-quarter football game. This was a game that was predicted to go down to the wire. And at halftime, it was 15-14. I mean, it was playing out like we all thought it would. But Lamar has come out in the third quarter and has made play after play after play and have scored 27 unanswered points here and has blown this game wide open.
I'm almost speechless.
I just –
wow, I tell you what, folks, this is a character moment for this Lamar football team. Drew, you go on the road, and let's call it is what it is. You got slapped around a pretty good bit last week.
Oh, you got your teeth kicked in.
And now tonight, you go on the road again, and look where you're at now with 1:25 to go here in the third quarter.
Completely different football team tonight. I mean, we were told.
What a response.
They had a great week of practice, and it shows.
What a response. Cross will kick it away into the night here in Caledonia. The Cavaliers return it beyond the 20 to the 25, and the Raiders will up into the returner at around the 30-yard line. 1:18 to go here in the third quarter. And Drew, your Caledonia now down 41-15. This is obviously a hole you don't want to be anywhere near, especially with the kind of offense you run.
No, absolutely, because now you're pretty much going to have to – they're going to have to throw the ball. I don't think they don't have a choice here, really, if they want to get back in this game. But again, you know, for your Lamar, you want to finish this game off.
You don't want to just lay on your heels.
Don't let up. This is the best, guys. This is the best quarter football we've played all year.
It's unbelievable.
I mean,
probably the best quarter I would compare it to, maybe the first half against South Choctaw. But as far as one quarter that stands alone, you're right. This is no doubt.
From what I've seen, at least.
Yeah. All right, from the 30 in Cavalier territory, they're from the far hash moving left to right here this evening, and they are going to throw the football down the middle, and it's tipped away. Morrow got his big wing in there and knocked it away. The chiseled God knocked it away there, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. And, Luke, you're welcome. 2nd down and 10 yards to go.
Well, and again, we right there, you know, we did not fall asleep in the secondary right there. We were right there. We had two guys right there to knock the ball down. Just Luke Morrow just did an excellent job of going back and got his hands on the football.
2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 30-yard line, folks. 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter, Lamar leading at 41-15. You heard that, 41-15 Raiders. They're going to run the football here with the QB. Oh, boy, he's got an opening, and he's going to have a first down beyond the 45 up to around the 47-yard line. Kind of left a hole open there. They did a good job and got a big run there, first down.
Yeah, and like I said, they faked the dive right there, and the quarterback kept it and was able to get into the secondary.
All right, that will put the line of scrimmage up just shy of the 48. And I got to say one thing, Drew. We hadn't talked about this tonight. I love the logo in the middle of the field. The skull and the crossbones out there, and it says burn the ships underneath. It's pretty intimidating down there on that field here tonight. From the 48 here for Caledonia. And they are going to pass the football again, and they're going to throw it down the field. It's nearly picked off.
Oh, my God.
Boy, Willis nearly got an interception there, but I tell you what, that was almost a nice catch down the field as well.
Yeah, but by gosh, that was a break for Lamar, because number 14 for Caledonia, that was Owen Bird, he was all by himself here on the near sideline. Nobody from Lamar picked him up. Thank goodness the quarterback from Caledonia did not see him.
38 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lamar leading at 41-15. It's Unbelievable how things change.
Oh,
27 unanswered. 2nd and 10 from near the Cavalier 48. They're going to pass it again here down the field, and it is wide open down the field along that far sideline. Pass was complete there to Cohen Clark, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds in Raider territory at the 35. So, Drew, they're starting to throw the football a little bit, and I tell you what, they don't throw it a whole lot, but this young man, Tyler Long, he's got a pretty decent-looking arm out there.
No question about it. Again, I don't know. Somebody looking on the other side of the field at Coach Defense Coordinator Whiting, somebody missed an assignment on the far side of the field. That's why he was wide open.
31 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Producer, also, when we get done with this quarter here, we'll need to take a legal ID as well mixed in with our commercial break. I'm pretty sure our good buddy Marcus is on top of it. Here's the pitch play down here to the near side, and Luke Brady was getting held, but I tell you what, they're going to stop him anyway at the 35-yard line. A couple of Raiders got in the mix right there, Drew. I think Tyler Brown was there once again.
Yeah, once again, number 4, Luke Brady did a great job of holding containment from the end spot, not allowing the running back to bounce it to the outside. That allowed the linebackers to come in and make the tackle.
All right, that should be the last play of the third quarter. I don't know if they're going to get a snap off right here as the clock goes to 000. And, folks, we head to the fourth quarter. Coach Elmore put 4 in the air, and what a fourth quarter it's going to be with Lamar leading it 41-15. Back in 1 minute with the start of the fourth quarter after this here on OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses.
Well, folks, we get ready to start the fourth quarter tonight here in Caledonia. Drew, I know you always say it. If you were out for a Friday night dinner, boy, things changed after your dessert tonight.
Boy, yeah, sure did, as Lamar came out in the second half and just played their best quarter of football of the season to this point, as they scored 27 unanswered points and really put this game on ice and just absolutely on both sides, offense, defense, and took advantage of an early turnover and just has not looked back ever since.
Caledonia has the football 2nd and 10 at the Lamar 35-yard line. They're going to pass it out of the backfield here to Clark, and he is going to be taken down by Brown. What about the pursuit by Brown? I know it's going to be a first down near the 24, but just the pursuit from his linebacking position to get down and make that play was unreal.
Yep, just a nice job right there, but nonetheless, Caledonia – a nice throw and catch for a first down right there. The ball spotted at the Lamar 25-yard line. Folks, we just started the fourth quarter. Lamar leads 41-15.
And, of course, this quarter of Lamar football brought to you by All-Star Team Sports back in Meridian. Of course, if you're looking to get some custom-made Lamar apparel, gear, stop by and see Jason and the staff at All-Star Team Sports near downtown Meridian. They're going to run it, roll out, and throw the football, and it is going to be picked off, and the Raiders get another interception. And I think that's Slack again. Jaquan Slack picks it off and returns it up to the 25-yard line. The Raiders are doing it everywhere right now. First down, Lamar. First down, Raiders.
And give a big-time assist to Tyler Brown. He came around the end. Nobody picked him up. He got pressure on the quarterback of Caledonia. He had to get rid of the football or take a sack. He lobbied one down the field, and Slack did the rest. That nice job there by Tyler Brown.
11:16 to go. Sully will bring the offense back out, folks. What a turn of events here tonight in this second half.
Just incredible.
Reed in the offense move now. Play action fake. Here's the pass to Mims, and he is going to be taken down up at around the 30-yard line. Simple little 5-yard pass just to move it slowly down the field.
It's just that little 4 or 5 yard stop route, up the seam. We've been taking advantage of that soft coverage all night. As we got approaching 10:50 left to go in the ball game, Lamar leads 41-15.
From the 30-yard line here near the near hash mark as Lamar moving it left to right with that sizable lead. Got a couple of scores I'm going to pass along to you here in just a few moments from the Bobby Madden scoreboard report this evening. On 2nd down and 5, here's the handoff to Ashton Jones, and Ashton is going to get it up to about a 2-yard gain. Drew, a couple of scores real quick. I just got in my inbox here. Final score, Leak Academy 35, Winona Christian 7. And how about this score? 7 minutes remaining. Jackson Prep 38, Tri-County 6. I think Prep is they found something. Yep. Yeah. Tri-County's a good football team, so that's a pretty impressive score there. All right, Drew, 3rd and 3 here.
Yeah, like I said, I'd like them to move, bring Trotter in motion, maybe get him, on a square in across the middle right here.
All right, Ashton Jones will be the tailback, kind of a pistol look right here. One receiver at each side, that being Whitcomb and Trotter here with that tight end on the near side. They're going to hand it off to Ashton right here. And Jones is off. He's off to the races at the 50, 45, 40. It's a foot race. 30, 25, 20. Give credit to Caledonia as they hustled on the play to make the tackle on Ashton Jones all the way down to the Cavalier 20-yard line. First down Lamar, first down Raiders, brought to you by David Neal's Express Pharmacy as lightning went down the field.
Yeah, Ashton Jones just shot out of a cannon off that left side untouched, and once he got into the secondary of Caledonia, it was a foot race to the end zone.
Tell you what, I got it. I mean, I'm serious about that, folks. Give credit to Caledonia. They're down 41-15. My tip of the cap right there to them for not quitting on that play.
No question about it. It could have been very easy to say, "Hey, I'm out," but they did not and was able to catch Ashton Jones. Got him down. Looks like around the 19 or 20-yard line.
Yeah, they got him right in about that neighborhood of the 20. Here's Ashton again. He doesn't have much oxygen left. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Ashton is like, man, I got the ball again right there. So no gain. Looks like, well, they lost a half a yard. But, Drew, now we're under 9 to go, and this game is pretty much getting into that academic state now.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, some of the fans from here at Caledonia, they have started to walk toward the exits.
Well, Drew, this is our first ever broadcast here at Caledonia, and I tell you what, the friendliness, the hospitality has been just excellent out here, and I got to tip my cap to the administration here at Caledonia. They've been really nice here tonight. So here's the handoff to Roberts now, who checks in. I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage, and the official took a tumble over there on the far side. Hope he's okay. Got to move out of the way there, official, and that's going to be probably no gain on the play, but the clock just continues to tick down to 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's right now as Lamar is we got a 3rd down and about 12 coming up, 12, 13 coming up for our Lamar Raiders. And just in the guys, I mean, if you're just tuning in, an incredible second half by our Lamar Raiders, and we have blown this game wide open, a game that, guys, we thought it was going to go down the wire.
Yeah, it was 15-14 at the break, and Lamar was on the wrong side of the scoreboard by that 1 point, and since then, it's been all Raiders.
Yeah.
3rd down and 11 here. Raiders will have it at the 21 at the Cavaliers here. I imagine we're going to keep it on the ground if I was a betting man right here, but we'll see. 3rd down and 11. No, it's going to be a play-action fake. They're going to throw it toward the corner, and it is caught by Mims, and Mims hangs on to it all the way down to the 1-yard line. What about that catch in the corner there by Walker Mims? 1st and goal there, brought to you by our friends at David Neal's Express Pharmacy.
Just a well-run route by Walker Mims, a corner route on the far side of the field, and once again, Sully Reed put that ball exactly where it needed to be.
All right, 1st down and goal from about the 2 or 3. Drew, you know what I'm thinking here? I was going to say pay off Ashton Jones right here, but I don't see him on the field. Who do you pay off right here?
Well, I would like to see Walker Mims get
that would be good.
He's had a heck of a game.
This has been, I think, Walker's best game of the year.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, he'll be lined up at the tight end slot on the right side of the line of scrimmage. Looks like Roberts is your tailback, and they're going to hand it off to Samuel, and he is going to cruise into the end zone. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders. That should be the cherry on top, and that touchdown is brought to you by Till Newell Animal Hospital. Boy, they've been paid off and then some here tonight, 47-15.
Roberts just, untouched off the left side.
Folks, unbelievable.
I just, like I said, I don't mean to repeat myself. I did see this second half coming. I assumed this game was going to go down to the wire, but Lamar just
33.
3 unanswered points here
33
in the second half.
Wow. And what about this defense in the second half, too?
Unbelievable.
All right, waiting on the extra point here from Logan Cross. Snapback is clean. The kick is on the way. And how about Logan's night tonight? That kick is good. So with 7:10 to go in the ball game on the Will Sweat Alpha Insurance scoreboard, it now reads Lamar 48 and Caledonia 15. Back in 1 minute here on 97 OKK. $7:10 to go in this football game here in North Mississippi with Lamar leading it 48-15.
Correct me if I'm wrong, right? We've scored every possession here in the second half. Correct?
I believe so. And if you want to mix in the slack defensive score too, so
Lamar has outscored them here in the second half, 34-9. Guys, I'd like to know what was said in that halftime.
Well, whatever it did, we owe him a bucket of paint because I think Jacob Lamb may have peeled the paint off the walls down there.
Because, this is we got an illegal procedure on the kickoff on Lamar.
It's probably about the only bad thing that's happened here in the second half.
But, folks, I'm just, like I said, whatever was said at halftime, it registered because this has been the best half of football from Lamar to this point in all season.
Well, I would put ball caps on some guys if you can, get some of the younger troops in here with the game pretty much well in hand. I don't want to see Sully back out there. I don't want to see Brown and some other guys. Give some of the young fellas an opportunity. We'll see how they play it here toward the end. Here on the kick return, we got a penalty marker down as they're going to return it all the way down the field inside the 30. But where the flag was thrown, I think it's coming on back. So.
Yeah, it was, like I said, a block in the back or a hold because there are about 3 or 4 flags on the far side of the field. Like I said, I think everybody, it was pretty obvious.
I think if you had a handkerchief, you threw it down.
It was flags come flying from every which direction on that on the kickoff return.
I saw at least 2 out there. I think there may have been even a third one out there.
But guys, I'm just, like I said, Robbie, you talked about it, during the pregame, it would be interesting coming off what happened last week, how Lamar would respond. Well, I think we got our answer.
Drew, we've been together for 20-plus years doing play calling together at 2 different schools, and I can tell you one thing. I'm going to put this game right up there with a lot of games we've seen in the past. After a team gets walloped, to come back and have a performance like this. I can't remember any team we've been around that's had a performance like this after getting thoroughly whipped last week.
Yeah, like I said, the first half was a well-played first half, but here in the second half, I can't remember a half of football, from this year that Lamar's played this good.
It was a holding call on the special teams. That's going to erase the return. They'll have it 1st and 10 with Caledonia back outside the 30-yard line. Bad pitch. That's a fumble on the play, and I think Lamar did recover the football. Wow, Caledonia has they are completely broke down. That's going to be a fumble recovery recovered by Luke Brady as Brady recovers the fumble. And, Drew, I think they had a new quarterback in the ball game, and he had just an awful pitch down here. And now the Raiders are going to have it 1st and 10 at about the 23-yard line.
Well, the pitch was behind the line of scrimmage, which means that it was a live ball. And like I said, and we were right there, Johnny, on the spot to fall on it.
All right, I would expect, hopefully, to have a new QB in the ball game, and we will. It'll be Cade Vowell will be in the ball game. Joe Morrow in at running back. Now, Drew, your first look at Joe Morrow at running back. Watch this.
I've heard some really good things about this young man, and I can't wait to see it.
Here's the handoff to Morrow, that being Joe Morrow. He cuts it back inside, and he's going to be hammered home there. Joe had 20 carries for over 200 yards last night in the Park Lane junior high game, and now he comes out here tonight in the varsity game and gets a carry in the 4th quarter.
And that is insane to me.
And, Drew, I think this is the first time we've ever done a game where the quarterback in the ball game right now, his pops is literally 4.5 feet in front of us right here. This is a new thing for us. Is Coach Vowell down here in front of us with the headset on. Of course, the Vowell's a great family. I know they're awfully proud of Cade, and he's taking some snaps here late in the football game. Vowell in the shotgun formation on 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Actually, it's going to be a pass by Vowell, and it is caught. Nice-looking throw there. A little bit high, but he made the completion down the field there. That was caught by Briggs Calvert, who made the catch down there.
Yeah, we got a couple of late flags. I was wondering if they were going to call it because after the play was stopped, they threw us onto the ground, and so Caledonia is just really frustration has really has taken place, and give Lamar Raiders 15 yards and 1st down coming up. It'll be probably. By the time they spot, it'd be a 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st down, brought to you by our good friends over at David Neal's Express Pharmacy. We didn't give David a whole lot of payoffs last week, but David's getting his money's worth this week. So I think we're going to have our final heat break of the evening. So after we return, it'll be 1st and goal for the Raiders at the 8-yard line. Lamar 48 and Caledonia 15. Back in 30 seconds here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget.
All right, welcome back to our broadcast, and we had a funny moment during the commercial break. Coach Vowell down here, we got his attention. What about that throw by number 15 out there? He just kind of gave us a look. Oh, this is hilarious to have the coach's son out there at QB, and he's right here in front of us.
Absolutely. Like I said, let's just say he's a harsh critic.
Yeah, oh yeah. Cade back in there at QB. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Joe Morrow in at running back, and they're going to hand it off to little Joe right here. And Joe's going to get in. Touchdown, Lamar. Touchdown, Raiders. How about that run from Joe Morrow? Wow. He's got the speed, folks. He's the future. And Joe Morrow, the attack of the Morrows again, and Lamar is into the end zone for another touchdown.
Wow. I mean,
how about that speed?
That was electric speed right there. As he hit the hole extremely hard right there, and man, after a night like he had last night, and then come on a varsity football field and just pretty much pick up where he left off from last night, that is insane.
Extra point coming up here from Logan Cross. What a night for the Raider football team. Snapback is up, and the kick is right down the middle of Broadway. We're going to keep it right here on the broadcast. They do have a running clock going now. Under 5:20 and a running clock, and Lamar leading it I believe that's the correct score, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, folks, it was
55 to 15.
It was 15 to 14 Caledonia at the half. I promise you guys, I've not had any brown water tonight. It was 15 to 14 at the break, Caledonia. And
I didn't know what was in that cup down there. I was just wondering.
And I am, guys. I'm just like, this Lamar Freddie football? Where has this been? We have just opened up a can here in the second half.
I tell you, wow, 55 to 15, and Joe Morrow gets on the scoreboard. And by the way, congratulations to the Baby Raiders last night.
Yes.
Drew, they went over to a neutral site last night, MRA, and beat Park Lane 34-30. The Baby Raiders are 3-1. They're pretty darn good.
And folks, let me tell you something. They got some dudes coming. We got some dudes coming up through the junior high ranks, and I tell you what, the future looks really bright.
Got you another scoreboard update from the Madden Express tonight. How about this final? Columbia 48, Simpson 14.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hello.
Unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Thanks for that. Well, Drew, it's going to be a happy drive home tonight.
Yep. We're going to have a good one tonight.
Absolutely. Here's the return from inside the 20-yard line. And, folks, with a running clock now, we should have maybe a handful of more plays, and this ball game will be over, and the Raiders will officially go to 3-1 and get ready for homecoming next week against East Rankin.
Well, I tell you, this is, like I said, we said it earlier, and I'll say it again because I think it's worth repeating. Sometimes it's okay to get humbled.
Yeah.
And like I said, we got humbled last Friday night, and I think our guys responded the right way. And, it shows. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, folks, we also want to invite you out to Mugshots on Monday night at the Mugshots Bar and Grill. I have a feeling the Coaches Show Monday night at 6:30 is going to be a very entertaining Coaches Show for homecoming week on Monday night. Drew, that's every Monday night out there at Mugshots. It's a neat little event we do with the school there at 6:30. That'll be Monday night. They got a new QB in the ball game, too, by the way, as they run the dive up to the 35-yard line. Their new QB in the ball game is number 5. That is going to be Rector. He is a freshman, so they're going to put one of their 9th graders into the ball game now. And by the way, Drew, Prep did beat Tri-County 45-6. So Prep is back.
Yeah, that was, like I said, they just had a terrible start for them, and it looks like they're back to being Jackson Prep.
I imagine Parker scored about 3 or 4 more times tonight.
That would be a pretty good bet.
Yeah. I'm going to take the over on that probably. Here's the quarterback, Rector. I believe that's him. And he's going to be walloped. I'm going to give Calvert some love right there. Briggs Calvert and Walker Mims combined to help on the stop. Also, we got some new Raiders in the ball game. I saw Pace Perrette, the sophomore, in the ball game now. A lot of new faces up and down the squad now. We'll start to go over them here.
Yeah,
Harala, see him out there.
Yeah, both Lamar and Caledonia has pretty much emptied the bench.
2 minutes to go with a running clock now. Lamar 55, Caledonia 15. Wow. Boy, if you turned away from this one and it was 15 to 14, you walked away for 20 minutes, you're like, what the heck happened? A lot happened.
A lot.
Here's the dive, and pretty good discipline there by the Baby Raiders, but it's going to be up to the 40-yard line for a first down. But right now it's kind of irrelevant as the ball game is in hand right now.
Yeah, like I said, we're about maybe another snap, maybe 2, and we're going to be in the post-game show.
What a response. What a road win.
No question.
And how about this? The Raiders are going to be above 500 on the road here in the early part of the season, which is tough to do at 2-1. 3-1 overall and 2-1 on the road. How about them apples? Here's the dive play. Dragging a couple of the younger Raiders across the 45 to the 47. We're approaching minute to go. And like I said, this is just some extra yards to tack onto the stat sheet right here.
Well, what I like is that both teams have emptied the bench. They're getting some younger players in to finish this ball game off.
Drew, what a win for MAIS too. We don't talk about this public versus private enough, but what a win for MAIS tonight.
No question.
Representing the league.
Absolutely. And don't think the people around the state won't talk about this.
Absolutely, and nearly a sack there on Rector, and he is going to get walloped by Briggs, Calvert, and company over there on the far side. Right in front of the Lamar bench, and Drew, by my calculations, that should be the final play of the night, I would think, as the clock is under 25 seconds now.
Yeah, in fact, because they're even the coaching staff from Caledonia is walking out on the field. So we're done.
What a win tonight on the road, folks. It was 15-14 Caledonia at halftime, and your final score tonight, Raiders pitch a shutout in the second half and walk home in a big way. 55-15. Lamar goes to 3-1. Caledonia drops to 0-3. We're going to pay off the rest of our sponsors. Back with your post game after this here on 97 OKK.
Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC. We provide service to businesses throughout the community from a wide range of industries. At Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC, we offer an easy, affordable option to keep your business's facility clean. We're a locally owned and operated commercial cleaning service, providing complete cleaning services on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly basis. Plus, Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services can cater services to suit your needs and budget. We pay special attention to details to keep your business looking great. Our professional team will create a healthier environment for your office with our special vacuums that have 4-level filtration to give you incredibly clean and healthy indoor air quality. Our backpack vacuums capture up to 99% of pollen, viruses, dust mite, chemical residue, and bacteria. Leaves less dust in your working environment to collect on furniture and equipment. Also, this helps reduce the risk of respiratory infections. We offer free estimates, competitive pricing, and standards that are second to none. Let Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC go to work for you. Call William McNeil or Christine McNeil at 601-938-5595. Get a fresh start to the day. Call Big Guns Professional Cleaning Services, LLC.
Now we just don't need to get too high. Well, folks, as we get set to close out our broadcast tonight, what a second half for the Lamar School Raiders, and 41 unanswered points in the second half to roll away in this one, 55-15, Drew. It was 15-14 Caledonia at halftime, and this is definitely an easy headline, a tale of two halves.
Oh, I mean, what a response. It just, as Rob said, Lamar led Caledonia led our Raiders at the half 15-14, 41 unanswered in the second half, and Lamar wins going away 55 to 15 here tonight. And the thing about it for Lamar is, when we play Lamar Raider football and everybody plays, in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, and plays up to their capabilities, this is the result.
Absolutely.
This is Lamar Raider football. This is what we can be. And what we can be is what we saw in the second half. We have all the capabilities in the world to be as good as we want to be. So like I said, it just tonight, and especially in the second half. And I thought Lamar played really good in the first half, except for a couple of plays defensively. But they went in at halftime. Obviously, they cleaned some stuff up, made some corrections, and the Lamar Raider football team, the team that we believe that what we can be, showed up in the second half and ran away with this ball game here in the second half.
Well, it's time to award our Weidman's Player of the Game. And, boy, I tell you what, there's a lot of different directions you can go to. But, Drew, I'm going to single one guy out tonight.
I bet I know it because I know who my guy is.
And I tell you what, we talked about the defense in the first half. I know it was a struggle mightily trying to defend the dive all night. But I tell you what, in that second half, Jaquan Slack.
Yeah, that's my guy.
He had the big pick six, had another interception. Him and Willis made big tackle after big tackle in that secondary. But our Weidman's Player of the Game is going to go to Jaquan Slack here tonight on defense with 2 interceptions, including a pick six. And wanted to give him a little extra love here tonight, being the Weidman's Player of the Game. Of course, since 1870, back in Meridian, go by and visit Charles and them in downtown Meridian this weekend. Have you some Sunday brunch down there. The menu is delicious down there at Weidman's. And Drew, it's been a fun night, been a long night, and appreciate the hospitality of our friends up here at Caledonia. It's a beautiful campus up here. We can check this one off of our bucket list. We haven't been up here to call a game yet, and, well, we can say we call a Raider win here tonight.
That's right. Well, like I said, last week we were the nail. Tonight we were the hammer.
You darn right.
And it feels good to be on this side of things. We know how it feels to be, we just about 7 nights ago, we felt what Caledonia is feeling right now.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. Well, folks, that's going to wrap things up here tonight. I want to thank our sponsors again one more time. Burns & Burns, Mattress Express, Will Sweat, Alpha Insurance, David Neal's Express Pharmacy, Citizens National Bank, along with Teal New Animal Hospital, Snowden Company Real Estate, Madison Row Gallery by Woodstock, Trey Cross Agency, Weidman's, East Mississippi Oral and Facial Surgery, All-Star Team Sports, Insurance Advisory Group, and Van Zyverden. And, Drew, happy drive home and homecoming next week.
Well, like I said, obviously there's going to be a lot of potential distractions next week with it being homecoming week. I hope our guys are mature enough that they take on the week. They have a great week of practice and get ready for a very, very much improved East Rankin football team. I'm happy for the coaching staff to get these guys ready to play tonight. I thought everybody did an outstanding job. But I'm more proud for the players.
Absolutely. Final score here tonight, Lamar defeats Caledonia by a final score of 55-15. Our broadcast time will be 6 o'clock next Friday night from the Berm on the radio end and 6:30 upstairs with Jacob Land and the pregame coaches show, and 7 o'clock kick for homecoming next Friday night. Folks, have a great rest of your Friday night. Be safe out there on the highways and byways all weekend long, and most importantly, through all the turmoil this week, through all of the evilness in this world, choose the church of your choice this weekend and say a prayer for those families who've been affected this week.
We all need an extra blessing.
Absolutely. And with that, folks, that's going to wrap it up here tonight. Big thanks to Marcus for producing another fine broadcast tonight. For Drew, I'm Rob. That's going to wrap it up. Lamar 55, Caledonia 15. Until next week, this has been Lamar Raider Football here.